Minecraft has absolutely exploded on the internet over the last year or so, and in terms of just raw popularity, it's right up there with Jesus Christ. It is absolutely huge, everyone's playing it, and in a world that really blames video games for everything wrong from micro penises to global conflict, one thing has always remained the same. No one ever really points the finger at Minecraft, and for good reason. You can't defend a point where you're arguing Minecraft is a catalyst for bad things. Not even the most dustiest, pussied, wrinkliest, scrotumed old boomer could possibly make a case, because Minecraft at its core is all about exploring, learning, being creative, imaginative, all things society really puts a big emphasis on. And it's honestly just about as innocent as anything can possibly be. It's not overly predatory like a mobile game that's constantly flashing in front of your fucking face, triggering your epilepsy, begging you to get your parents' credit card to buy a bunch of shit in the game, spend thousands of dollars behind their back, offer no refunds. Just all this to say, Minecraft has a reputation for just being a really great, innocent game. But like most things on the internet, YouTubers find a way to fuck it. And in this case, I do mean literally. I found a very disturbing rabbit hole recently in the Minecraft YouTubing community, and like most things, I dove in both nipples erect, ready to really get the most out of this experience, looking around, absorbing all of the sin that the Minecraft YouTubers were putting on the platform. So let's get into this. There exists a very powerful network of Minecraft degenerates, basically the Illuminati of the Minecraft community. It's accessible by typing in best Minecraft animation, top Minecraft animation, and in a nutshell, it's just sexual degenerate Minecraft fetishists that have these channels dedicated to uploading Minecraft porn thumbnails on top of stolen Minecraft content. So what you'll see when you type in this phrase on YouTube is you'll see a ton of videos with these exact titles, and all the thumbnails are sexual, some just outright full nude Minecraft models. So right away within the first three, you'll see the third one down is doggy styling a Minecraft character. Is it consensual? I don't know, you'd have to ask the character, but judging by the thumbnail, you don't get a lot from it other than doggy style. If you actually click on the video, there is no sexual content in it. Usually it's either stolen Minecraft animations or original pieces, none of it very well done or anything like that, obviously. But all of the thumbnails have a very similar vibe. Right under this, you see a character's clitoris being flicked by a creeper, or excuse me, a zombie. Pardon me, I don't know the proper nomenclature, I'm not a big Minecrafter myself. But anyway, you see the bean being flicked. Or perhaps even a penis being jerked off and you can't see it over the character's arm. There's no telling, but I have named this rabbit hole the Mine Shaft because it's all about penises and stimulation and doggy style. It's very odd. It's baiting people in with these misleading thumbnails, capitalizing on either curious children or other sexual degenerates that like Minecraft shit. And they're getting tens of millions of views a month. Some of these videos have 10 million plus views, just a single video. It's crazy what they're pulling. Directly underneath that one, you have Super Mario 64 dressed up in a pirate costume 69ing with Patchy the Pirate. Just underneath that, you have a full nude beach volleyball squad, and directly underneath that, you have one of the most shameless offenders of what I'm talking about. Look at the woman on the left here, to the right of the zombie man. Also, I don't really understand their fixation with the zombie man. Maybe they like gangrene, that's another fetish, I'm really not sure. But anyway, the woman to the man's right, look at that, full titties out, and she even has landing strip pubic hair. I've seen that countless times from porn actresses, and it's just right there in the thumbnail. Are you kidding me? Sweet goodness gracious, you need not scroll down too much further to find full missionary sex right there in the thumbnail. And then two underneath that, you have reverse cowgirl doggy style extremo with looks like a little backdoor reach around action as well. Of course, using the zombie man again for the activity of this sexual zombie man. I don't understand the fixation with that character. They must like cactus looking motherfuckers. I really couldn't tell ya. But he's in all of these for the most part. It's filthy. It's gross. It's not what Minecraft is about. Whoops-a-daisy. Hope you weren't watching this at work, cause that's full-blown Minecraft tits and pussy. Not even an attempt to censor anything or put pubic hair there. That's some bald vagina shit right there. On a Minecraft character. And then you scroll down a little further, you get a fucking combo here, a quad kill of Minecraft porn thumbnails. And then there's also this beautiful collage of 3. It's amazing. And all of this, for some reason, is all still on YouTube, despite the huge crackdown they've had on misleading thumbnails, allegedly, and shit like that. I mean, I can't upload a fucking thumbnail that even remotely resembles what could possibly even be misconstrued as the smallest molecule of even the most tiniest fragment iota of an ass cheek. Meanwhile, you got full-on Minecraft pussy just staring you in the face that's only one click away in one small search. This really about covers it for all of my findings during the investigation. There is hundreds upon hundreds of these videos and a bunch of big channels that upload almost nothing but this shit. And it's just really the tip of the iceberg. It's just I don't need to go through each individual video frame by frame showing you more Minecraft porn thumbnails. I don't know if YouTube knows about it, or if they do, if they're jerking off to it. That must be the case, because it's not exactly like they're underground. These are recommended videos when you click on some Minecraft shit occasionally, and they're getting tens of millions of views, making thousands and thousands of dollars off of these Minecraft porn thumbnails that are in multiple violations of YouTube policies, if nothing else, misleading being the biggest offender, because that shit doesn't even appear in the videos. It's wild. It's fucking wild. Minecraft's super innocent game, but man, YouTubers have a remarkable ability to make anything fucking degenerate. It's crazy. That's about it. See ya. It's rare that I can't yap up a wacky intro, but learning about this menace has left me stunned. I just saw this video from EWU Body Cams about this guy that would hide cameras in like every bathroom on the planet, it seems like. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got hidden cameras in my own porcelain throne territory there. Like he's infiltrated my domain and is filming me. I'm calling because we just received an anonymous tip that someone has a camera in our employee bathroom and is uploading videos online.
You still haven't raised my charges. Where's our charges? You're not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes, by the way.
What the hell is even that? You're not supposed to be judgmental of crimes? I don't remember hearing that in the Miranda rights. I can't even really imagine that. Like, you show up to a murder scene, you catch the suspect, and you just happen to say, like, hey, buddy, look, I don't mean to be judgmental here, but you strike me as a bit of a jerk for this, you know, taking a lot of human lives here. I know, sue me, I don't mean to judge. I feel like as far as judgment goes, crimes are a pretty solid one for people to form an opinion on, rightfully so. If you are found guilty of secretly recording thousands of people using the restroom, you're a fucking freak and people will judge you as such.
On July 19th, 2022, the police in Ann Arbor, Michigan responded to the Briarwood shopping mall after receiving this unusual call about video footage from a store bathroom being uploaded online. Horrifically, the resulting investigation into a tech-savvy peeping Tom would spread throughout the city of Ann Arbor. The final number of cameras and victims is enough to make your skin crawl.
It's not exaggerating either. It actually did, by the end of this investigation, have my fucking jaw on the floor with how many cameras and how many videos and how all over the place it was. There wasn't a bathroom in Michigan that was spared his peeping. Like, this guy is like the supervillain of shitters. There was nowhere safe, no porcelain throne left unsullied by his eyes. His near omniscient eyes. He dedicated his whole life, put his soul into his craft of spying on every bathroom in Michigan. He was literally like the architect from The Matrix.
This morning it was my boss who took the phone call. I don't know what time it was this morning, from a restricted number. He was like, it's a restricted website, you're not going to find it, but I just wanted to let you know.
The responding officer headed to the bathroom to take a look for herself. Notably, the bathroom was usually reserved for employees.
Like sideways, yeah, on that shelf. But, I mean, I don't know how. I know it can be tiny.
Police would learn soon enough that the employees at Altered State were not the only ones to have their privacy violated. In an unanticipated shocker, the police would find over 200 hidden camera videos from no less than 7 different bathrooms throughout the city over the next month and a half.
So this was the first domino to fall here that led them down this crazy trail. They found so many cameras and videos from this guy. It was like actually hunting Riddler trophies in the Arkham series. It was crazy. He violated so many people's privacy, spied on so many people, and it turns out this is only the tip of the iceberg because he actually has a previous case very similar to this, and had in his possession 7,000 videos of unclothed or partially clothed individuals that he filmed without their consent. 7,000! That's more than, like, all of Markiplier's uploads since he started YouTube. That is an unbelievable amount. And that was in the course of 5 years from 2010 to 2015. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but this guy's entire life has been dedicated to violating people's privacy.
All were filmed without consent between January and July 2022. Horrifically, this included illegal images of children. The depravity didn't stop there. When searching the offender's laptop, the police found he had engaged with online adult websites, where images and personal information of unknowing victims were distributed. Police suspected the culprit intended to participate in such exchanges after they found additional images of the victims taken from social media downloaded to his laptop.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse. So, it's pretty clear he was also sharing these with other fucking evil creeps out there, and was even distributing personal information of the people that he would identify through these hidden cameras. So, from the sound of things, he would broadcast this onto restricted websites, and additionally, he also had illegal images of children. This guy is legitimate evil.
Even though the anonymous caller believed the video he saw was a live stream, he could have been mistaken. The working theory was that the culprit could have put the camera up at the start of a shift and then taken it home to upload the footage.
So, back to what started this whole trail of breadcrumbs that they followed was an anonymous caller tipped them off that at this altered state in this restroom, there was a live stream of people using that bathroom, of course being non-consensually filmed. And so, officer went to the scene, they searched high and low for a camera, but they couldn't find it, but they did see that a lot had been, adjusted and moved around. So it's not that they completely disregarded this as just some kind of, phony baloney nonsense. It's one of those things where they started speculating, well, maybe it wasn't a live stream, maybe they had taken the camera home and uploaded the footage to those sites, and the caller was just mistaken, thinking that it was live.
Something else the anonymous caller said prevented the current lack of evidence from stonewalling the investigation. The man fitting the caller's description was 36-year-old Eric Deshaun Morton. This was not his first run-in with police.
But everyone said he was going to the bathroom a lot last night, and they thought that he just, was trying to not work.
It seemed likely that Eric was up to something far more nefarious than just slacking.
Yeah, jacking. This disgusting asshole has an entire history of doing shit like this. The anonymous caller was telling them about someone that could have been behind it, and the person they described fit this man's description. So they looked into him a bit. They were talking about how the previous night he was going to the bathroom a lot. I guess he drank way too much soda, so he just had the big-time pee-pee, a lot of urine in his bladder. But they speculated, this is probably when he was setting up the camera or tending to the camera.
Especially when the manager added that he made a habit of using the ladies' restroom rather than the men's room. When he was previously asked about this, Eric made the excuse that he used the ladies' room because it was stocked with gloves, which he said he liked to wear while he worked.
A bulletproof defense right there. It's watertight. Man rolled a 20 on the charisma check. That was impressive. So, he had a habit of using the ladies' room, and his reason for it was, well, they have gloves there. I like gloves. Checkmate. Damn, his story checks out. This guy's good.
After learning that Eric's son was present, the officers decided to uncuff him. They escorted his son outside to play and brought out some snacks to keep the child occupied while the search progressed. A pen camera containing a micro SD card was connected via USB. When going through one of the bedrooms, they found a small black bag containing more hidden cameras, some of which were like the pen camera found in the living room. Computer forensics experts discovered his stash of more than 200 secretly recorded videos of people using the bathroom.
Unsurprisingly, the authorities didn't necessarily buy the excuse he used for the ladies' room being the really nice gloves that they have stocked in there, so they ended up getting a search warrant. They then arrived at his abode. He mentioned his son was there, so they brought his son outside to play while they searched the house. While searching, they found tons of hidden cameras. They even found a pin camera that was actively plugged into a computer. So you had all these Mission Impossible doodads and gadgets, all of which used for surveillance, hidden surveillance. And they confiscated some packages and a lot of this for evidence. And then eventually, the forensics experts found his stash, which was 200 videos of people using the bathroom. Which, maybe there's a perfectly valid explanation. Maybe he was just checking to make sure they weren't doing back-to-front wiping, because, that in and of itself is a sin. Maybe he was just looking out for people's well-being, ensuring proper wiping technique, Maybe there's a perfectly justifiable excuse that he was secretly recording all of these people. Authorities got an arrest warrant. They went to his other job at a hotel and arrested him there, which surprisingly was not his first run-in with the authorities. In fact, in 2015, he was arrested for very similar things.
He'd previously been arrested back in 2015, coincidentally by some of the same officers. In May 2015, Eric was arrested after a woman caught him filming her through a peephole while she used a porta-potty. Further investigation revealed more of Eric's disturbing behavior.
He tried to film a stranger through a porta-potty peephole. I didn't even know porta-potties had peepholes. I'm assuming he custom built that himself, fucking threw a glory hole in there and used it to film people. Or maybe he, built his own, soundstage that looked like a porta-potty so it could film people. I don't know. It's fucking crazy, though. The lunacy knows no bounds. And he would actually proudly post about shit on Twitter, too. So, they bring up tweets here. The first one they show about him cleaning out his phone, and then he has the gall to say, "In Jesus' name."
In 2022, Eric was confronted by a coworker who found a camera disguised as a phone charger in the women's restroom. It was plugged in and facing the toilet. Eric insisted it was a regular phone charger and fled with the device. Unsurprisingly, he was fired from his job.
I'm assuming this footage they're showing comes from his Twitter, or maybe he had a TikTok account where he's doing this loser shit like Naruto running while doing a 360. I have no idea. But it is unbelievable the links he would go to for this depravity. So he had a hidden camera phone charger, this fucking crazy, spy gadget that he plugged into a wall outlet in the bathroom and had face the toilet. You can't trust any household objects in Michigan while this guy was on the loose. I didn't realize technology reached the point where we could disguise phone chargers as hidden cameras. So good on the astute observer that happened to pick up on that and then confronted him about it, which of course he denied, and then he snatched it away and Naruto ran off into the distance. But it's just crazy. There was nothing sacred in bathrooms across Michigan. You think that that's a skid mark in the toilet from a previous poop? Nope. Actually a hidden camera from Eric. You think your parents are actually your parents? Nope. Actually DARPA drones that Eric designed for the sole purpose of trying to convince you to go to the bathroom so they could spy on you for Eric's hard drive. It's unbelievable how many cameras he was setting up in bathrooms across the entire area.
The case escalated to a whole new level when the police found an appalling 7,000 videos of unclothed or partially clothed people in Eric's possession. Some had even been recorded in a private residence. They also found images taken up women's skirts, which suggested he had a camera device attached to his shoe. This particular unpleasant collection dated all the way back to 2010.
7,000 videos, and also turns out he was a notorious upskirt pervert creep. He put a camera on his shoes so he could take those pictures, and I'm guessing by that tweet would even post it on Twitter. He would publicly post the upskirts, it seems, or at least some of them. What? Also, it turns out he was arrested in 2006, but that one had actually been scrubbed from the records. That shit was like the cloning planet from Star Wars. It had just been removed from the archives because of a program to try and help young first-time offenders or something like that. Anyway, he posted his $100,000 bail. He did get picked up again later. Turns out him getting arrested didn't mean shit to him. In fact, through some of what they recovered, they were able to actually figure out the timing of a good chunk of it, and some of it he had recorded after being discharged the same day. So he just kind of viewed getting arrested as a nuisance. It wasn't actually a deterrent or anything for him. It was just kind of like a bump in the road, he hit a pothole. So now all of a sudden he would have less videos that day, but he still went right back to it the second he had the ability to. It's fucking nuts. And then, in the back of the police car, this is where that clip in the beginning comes from. He then tries a bunch of weird conversational tactics and gotchas to try and I don't know, strengthen his case of innocence while in the back, and that eventually leads him to stating that the officer is not supposed to be judgmental of crime. So now he starts to try and lecture the officer on morality.
You're not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes, by the way. I need your badge number, by the way.
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, when I say I do worse, when you say I do worse stuff when I was getting in the car.
No, when you said
You're not supposed to do that.
Don't fight. And I said, you're right. It's worse.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that.
Why am I not?
Because you're not supposed to judge crimes. You're supposed to be.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
All right, man.
Not exactly Phoenix Wright, but a very interesting tactic to try nonetheless. You judged my crime, I'm going to need your badge number, you're not allowed to do that. And the officer's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Didn't even do that.
In 2024, Eric was convicted of 13 felonies. Eric was sentenced to 8 to 20 years and will not be eligible for parole until 2030. The true number of Eric Morton's victims, along with the identity of the anonymous caller who started the investigation, will likely never be known.
They successfully identified 15 victims, and Eric was convicted on these 13 felonies, so he's facing 8 to 20 years. Ideally, he'll get the full 20 behind bars, but the thing is, even 2 decades in the slammer, I feel like the day he gets released, he's going right back to it. He's hopping right back in the saddle. He has been doing this for over a decade, and no matter how many times he's been taken into custody and arrested, or even been in jail for these crimes, he then gets right back to it. Like, this is, to him, his life's mission. This is why he was put on this earth. To compromise bathrooms. It's fucking sickening. Anyway, though, I wanted to just talk about this a little bit. This story just had me stunned. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya. Mr. Krabs vs. Santa's Little Helper? Oh, Chip Skylark. Alright, Mr. Krabs, let's fucking do it. My shiny queef and me! Fuck. I just wanted to win. I'm so sorry. I hate using these alts. I feel so dirty. I feel so dirty. Like a sewage pig. A pig born in sewage. Made of sewage. I hate using alts. I'm so sorry. That's definitely Peppa. Oh, it's DW. What a lot of people don't realize is that DW originally stood for Dick Weezer. And I'm about to show you why. Give her the dick! Oh! Carl! Oh, Carl! I can do that too, DW! I'm Carl fucking Weezer! What don't you understand about Carl Weezer? Is that Singed? Yeah, Singed and the Dark Magician. League of Legends meets Yu-Gi-Oh! It's what we've all been wet dreaming about for years. Judge Dredd versus Kenshi's Mortal Kombat? Right? The Professy... Minimum wage. Oh! Fucking supersized it for him! My god! The Professy tried to order a salad and minimum wage is giving him a dick instead. Holy shit! The McRib is back in season. I tried to redirect him in the air. There we go. Strategy. You like those fucking calculations from the old Eustace bag? Oh, that's not Hank Hill. Oh, that's a cute little attention to detail right there. He's got the pins in the pocket. James out here looking good. About to take a diarrhea dump in Wesley Snipes' ear. Wesley Snipes sent James back to the past to suck on some ass. Jesus, look how ripped James is. That is a great Jorgen von Strangle. Ooh, is that Popeye? Versus emo SoundCloud rapper? Oh, I didn't mean to disrespect you, X. Rest in peace, X. Oh, goodness me. Fucking ate his spinach. Finally, a Spider-Man. It's the real Peter Parker. That's Tobey Maguire in there. Terminator, evil robot Todd Howard versus Pizza Spider-Man. Ooh, I like this. I like the demon Todd Howard. Ooh, what a shield! Todd Howard definitely didn't order this pizza, but Spider-Man's giving it to him anyway. That's a great Spider-Man. Oh, Todd Howard! He just re-released Skyrim. He said he wouldn't, and then he did. Holy shit. Pre-order Fallout 76 now. He just refunded Pizza Spider-Man 500 V-Bucks. Oh, here it is. Spider-Man wants a refund. Oh, but Todd Howard's not letting it happen. His greed's becoming too much. Oh! Oh my god! Oh no! It wasn't Tobey Maguire at all! It's Andrew Garfield! No wonder he lost! It was the bad Spider-Man. Honest Abe was the fourth Powerpuff Girl that Chemical X created in Professor Utonium's lab. But Mojo Jojo may prove to be too difficult without the other girls. Oh, Krampus first Dib. Alright, I fuck with that. Dib always believed in the paranormal. He's always been preparing for this day, for his final battle against Krampus. Xavier Renegade Angel and a fuck doll, perhaps? Raven No Hood. Is that like a model of fuck doll? Oh no, it's iDubbbz. Ooh, and hit or miss? Ooh, baby, now it's getting wild. He's content copying the TikTok memes, yeah. Oh man, iDubbbz out here punishing a lottery player. She bought some scratch-offs and Ian came out of nowhere to just completely fucking destroy her. Guy Fieri versus a demon from hell. Guy Fieri's appetite is insatiable. He is the sin of gluttony. He's about to eat the fucking demon. Oh, he's gonna sprinkle a little hot sauce on there. Come on, Guy, really get in there. Slurp him up. Come on, Guy. Get in there. Come on, Guy. Jesus, Guy. There it is. There it is, Guy. Oh. Now there's the Flavor Town I know and love. Oh, baby. Dine-ins, dine-outs, and dick-downs. There's that Guy Fieri. Is that #1 from Codename Kids Next Door? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, baby, it's a Cartoon Network showdown here. Cartoon Fridays. That's about what I look like, I'd say. Finally. An accurate depiction of me in this game. It took a long fucking time. #3. We're gonna see the whole Codename Kids Next Door cast out here. Juandissimo. Nice. Damn, Juandissimo! Out here fighting for Wanda's pussy. I really like the wand. Excuse me, the wand. I'll play the pun game. Oh, is that just sleep-deprived Kojima? This is actually poetic. Kojima's getting a chance to fight Konami directly. This Dark Magician is wild. I'm pulling for you though, Hideo Kojima. Konami did you too dirty. I can't support that. Dark Magician. What was his move? What was the Dark Magician's move in Yu-Gi-Oh? The urethral slam jam or something? I don't quite remember. It's been a while. Dark magic attack. That doesn't sound right. I'm sure each and every one of you has your own personal experience with AI ads being shoved down your throat on YouTube. You can't escape them anymore. It's like air at this point. You're gonna be breathing it in. No matter where you go on YouTube, you are bound to find AI ads selling you a phony baloney product that's just a bunch of horseradish. And a couple months ago, Matt and I bought the dog one, which was a viral AI ad everyone was getting served, where it was trying to sell you this lifelike dog that's the perfect companion using technology our world has never seen before. And then what you actually get when you buy it is basically what you get at a mall kiosk for the little dog that moves around going, and that's it. And this is all very fraudulent advertising, obviously, but they've been getting away with it for a long time. And it's showing no signs of slowing down. So recently, Matt and I have just been buying every product we see through AI ads, and 3 of them came in, so I wanted to show you what you actually get here. But please, for the love of all that is holy on this beautiful planet of ours, do not buy anything that uses AI in its advertising. It is pretty much 100% of the time a scam. I cannot believe that this is allowed to go so unchecked on YouTube. It's fucking crazy. AI products. We're looking at them again. The AI ads are everywhere. We checked the dog one once.
Yep.
Now we've got 4 more new ones.
And we thought, why do 1 when you can do 4? And it's taken this long for all of it to ship. We had 5. 1 went to the wrong address. I contacted customer support 5 times. They never answered.
There is no customer support for these companies, I bet.
Well, my favorite is they all show up. I've been throwing away the packaging I shouldn't have, but they all come from, just like the dog. One of these came from Lucas, which is just a guy who's in like Oklahoma. And it just says Lucas with an address, no business name, and it just shipped to us. And then under the Lucas label is a bunch of Chinese on a shipping label.
You should go visit Lucas. And do
That's what this video
do some
is.
digging, see if it's a place.
But why, like, it would use a name. You know, we got to watch the dog video, but that one came from, like, Brittany in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like they just, like, find someone online and they're like, will you ship this out for us? It is funny, though, the address that one of them went to now, God, what did they get? Because you open these sites, and Charlie will put it here. When you open the sites, it's like, you could buy 1 for $45, or you could buy 14 for $55. So I tend to go for the extra because you want the extra.
Yeah, we need the quantity.
Also, I've been doing my best to screen grab the videos. Here's the original one of the first product I'm going to give you. It's called the Koali.
Yes, I knew it'd be the koala. I've seen this one.
Why don't I have sound? How do I add sound?
You didn't pay for it, that's extra.
You didn't record it with sound.
All right, I've got another one.
Thing helped
There
me
we
more
go.
than my last therapy session. It's called the Koali, a lifelike plush toy designed and powered by AI. It makes you feel loved, supported, and helps during tough times. The Koali uses AI-powered motion
Oh, it's so
sensors
cool.
that gently react to your touch. So when you cuddle it, it actually cuddles back. It's the kind
adorable.
of gift your girlfriend would love you for, and your little ones wouldn't stop hugging. The brand is so confident you'll fall in love with the Koali. They'll refund 100% of your money if you don't. So click shop now and thank me later.
Now, the other one you pulled up is the one I saw. That's the one where they just actually have an AI koala.
Oh, yeah, it's straight up like, we don't need sound for that, but it's like, let's see.
One of the ads for these I saw,
It's just straight up. So this
it was
is
just
the
a real
actual
koala
site.
that they AI'd there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guarantee it says 100% money back guarantee. There's no one there. You can't get your money back. It's just a scam. Let me show you the Koali. It's bigger than I thought. That's probably because when you go to the site, I bet there was like jumbo size, and they get me every time. Boom. Whoa! It's just like in the ad.
That cuddles me back.
That cuddles me back. Incredible. Wow. That one's been sitting in my office for a little bit.
All right, how do we breathe life into it?
Here.
Oh, that's really good.
That could work really well, yeah.
Oh yeah, expanding at light speed.
Yeah, it's much bigger than the one that she had crawling around on her.
So my initial assessment when it came out is I don't think there's electronics in this.
What does it smell like?
Like a mall.
It does smell like a mall, like Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. There's no electronics.
The only place I thought they could put them is
In
the
the
nose.
Sounds pretty hollow.
Also, there's no claws like in the video.
Also, how the fuck is it going to move? There's
No, you don't get it.
there.
You have to cuddle it, Matt. It cuddles
Oh yeah,
back.
cuddle it. No, cuddle back.
Just fucking strangle.
Oh.
Is it working? Oh, you have to wait for it to finish inflating. All right.
No.
Yeah. I don't,
Here, maybe you try.
I don't see it moving. No, I'm not feeling a lot.
I don't understand. This was on YouTube. I bought this from a YouTube ad.
I'm impressed that you even get something, though.
I am
to be
too.
honest.
I
like,
agree.
That's what we said last
The
time
fact
too.
that
I'm
you
surprised
even
something
get
came.
something that is a koala, period, I think is kind of funny. Like they could just send you literally nothing. I don't really get the purpose of this.
I don't either, because and the whole thing, the purpose is a scam, because I promise I reach out, say, hey, this isn't AI powered. Yeah, they're not, nobody's going to answer the same way they wouldn't change shipping address for me. So
Is them sending you something marginally close protect them legally?
no shot,
No,
right?
Because otherwise-
them legally is they're
otherwise-
out of China, so who the fuck's
Otherwise,
gonna sue
why even send something?
I don't know. That's what I don't get either.
It's such a good question.
Because there's no way this would legally protect you, because it's literally just not what's advertised.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you bought something from me, like I'm saying, this is my AI-powered toothbrush.
Right.
And I send you just a manual toothbrush. It doesn't protect me. You can still be like, that's not
False
what I
market.
ordered. That is not what I spent $40 on.
I wonder if the fact
doesn't help me.
that it takes so long for shipping and stuff, and they are like, oh, it's on its way, and it does take 6 weeks before it gets to you. I don't know what shipping route even does that. But I wonder if within that time, it's essentially, okay, it's up, we're shipping products, because they are. More people buy in that time, so it buys them time before they have to spin up the next scam product. But I guess
But you could also
create just
say
an empty box
it's-
with the shipping.
You could also say it's in transit, and then
yeah.
it just never shows up.
Yeah.
I just wonder if they take steps to try to go that. You are right. Just why?
Yeah, it doesn't make
At
sense.
the it is just money off of their bottom line, to be honest.
Just send an empty box if you're going to go to that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, how are you going to sue them?
Well, how
Like
much did you pay for that?
$50?
This was $50.
Actually, this one might have been more because it's mega.
See, they don't care. They just have look, they don't give a fuck. They're a fucking stuffed animal warehouse, and they're like, we have too many koalas. Ship that out with some AI, mark up the price, and now they don't have koalas anymore.
They sell this on Walmart.
This?
Walmart has this listed. Yes.
For how
Koali
much?
Emotional Healing on Demand, Koali Plushie AI powered. Theirs is $14.66. I promise you I paid somewhere between $50 and $80 for this.
I guess you could legally argue what AI powered.
Here,
means.
wait. Let me... And all of them, see,
That's so
this has 4.8 out of 5 stars by 1,679
Yeah, it's all-
customers. They always...
It's always botted.
Come on, show me the price here. And then you get here, and it's fast delivery, good product, 100% recommend. Oh, there's the dog.
Oh, there's the dog, yeah.
Dog was on sale from 80 to 30. This one doesn't have the price. They pull the sites down so quickly. Well, not so quickly. It takes like 4 weeks. But yeah, we don't even have to cut this open. There's no power.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that there's not, and I feel I would have felt something by now,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
And the fact that the ad starts with, this will be more helpful than your therapist appointment.
Well, it just might be.
Maybe you're supposed to scry in the nose. It's actually like a witchcraft thing. You know how you mirror gaze?
I get it.
Yeah, is it working?
Yeah, I don't need therapy
Yeah,
anymore.
cancel your therapy appointment.
I'm no longer a sociopath.
This is good stuff. I mean, you do get something.
$50 well spent.
You get
$50 well spent.
You can... Should we just let it sit up here?
Yeah, you can watch.
Here, I'll prop it up with my... I can't prop it up with...
Pixel will love it.
Yeah, that's now a dog toy. So, you know, you've seen the plushies. They're great. And you've thought, let's move into clothing.
Naturally.
I bought a $50... It's always $50. That's how they know they can get me. $50 knitted sweater.
Yes.
Dragon popping out the back. Beautifully sewn. I'll give you another picture. Look at that.
And this was another YouTube AI ad?
This was a YouTube AI ad. You can see it's 3D. It's got some nice orange eyes in there. Charles, do you want to go put this on in the bathroom and come back out? Okay. I'll be here with the koali.
You think there's maybe a camera in it and they're just spying on
I
you?
fucking hope so. I'd feel better about the money I spent on
You like
it.
what you see? Huh?
Do you like it? Ow. That's a hard nose. There's nothing. Wait. Nope. That's just a button on the back of the eyes. Yeah. I just don't understand how people can get away from it, with it.
It's because Granny's buying it.
Okay, I'm here in my knitted sweater.
Oh, let's see the back. Yeah. That looks just like it.
Kind of that.
I'll tell you one thing, it's not knitted.
Huh.
It's
They-
very scratchy.
They took a picture of a knitted. Actually, they took their AI picture of a knitted sweater and
Printed it.
Printed it onto a zip-up hoodie.
Not only a zip-up hoodie, but the most uncomfortable zip-up hoodie I've ever put on.
Oh my god, that's like medical gauze.
It's like it's like fiberglass. Feel this, Danny. That is
what?
miserable on my skin.
Once
Yeah,
again,
that's
I would
pretty
actually be less upset if they took my money and didn't send me anything.
Yeah, I would say at least it's a jacket that you can wear. The zipper works.
Mm-hmm. It's
I mean that's almost 50% of
the
like the way
picture.
the product.
Yeah, it is the image of a knitted sweater printed onto a jacket.
Let's compare.
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks the same.
I mean, it's got that big loop there too. Men's Viking Dragon style Celtic thick zip hooded sweater. To be fair, that's what we got.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty close actually. What's the price on this bad boy?
That's $43.99.
Wow.
So I thought, you know what I could do is I could call our bank and have them dispute the charge and send them pictures. Except they're going to be like, sir, you've done this 5 times. Stop buying the items.
How am I supposed to know it's AI? I keep fooling me.
And every shop is always on YouTube. It's always like US goodbye, like BUY, like it's always US hyphen something. Like Granny's sitting there going, "It's made in the US. This is good stuff."
Yep, probably made in the U.S.
I'm gonna show you now the most egregious one in my mind. It's a little bit of a disturbing video, so bear with me.
New Arrival Mini Double Head Electric Shave. Specifically designed for stiff beards, it can be shaved cleanly in just a few seconds without damaging the skin. The motor speed is as high as 7,500 RPM, which is twice that of ordinary electric shavers. The tool head is washable, never worry about bacterial residues, support dry and wet dual use, sterile and hygienic. Alloy body and magnetic head will not rust after 10 years of use.
It's a nice box.
It can be used whole month on a single charge.
You just say it can be used whole
Hold
months
on.
on a single charge.
50% discount.
Smooth shave anytime. Get yours today.
That's pretty cool.
Wait, you could see the name of the store there.
Arrival Mini Double Head
The name of the store on this one is Sale Off 50%. That's the actual name of it. Stay sharp with the 2025 Pocket Shaver. USB, waterproof, travel ready, 50% off.
And now we're gonna shave Matt's head with it.
And you saw how nice the box was.
That was so nice.
That's what we got.
There it is.
The mini shaver.
Well, that's already a lot more effort than I thought.
I agree. They marked which color I bought between blue, gray, and silvery. We got silvery.
Silvery.
Oh, let's see on the side. Portable shaving at any time. Ultra long endurance, high speed motor, large area graphic cutter net, and double ring cutter net faster removal of whiskers.
That looks a lot like the thing.
Shave.
Whoa.
I've got an idea.
All right. Well, they carved the toothbrush with it.
Did it cut it?
I don't know.
Did it shave?
I think you would
think it's
see.
working.
I'll take one for
You
the
would
team.
see.
Yeah, just go on legs.
Wait, let me get to a spot where I can see it.
Try one of these.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. And it says you can just pop this off. Thank you. All right,
Is there anything in it?
I don't think there are razors in there. Oh, it is magnetic. That's actually quite nice.
That is magnetic. Very cool. That's big.
Do you like to hold it? Here, you want to do the razor?
Sure.
I heard some cutting.
Is it cutting it?
I don't know. All right, I'll just go on the arm. Well, actually, I'm gonna go on the leg here. Can you see?
Yep.
Yep. Doesn't look like it's doing anything.
There is no razors in that. Rub that on your leg. It's just blowing air.
Wait, no!
I've seen some.
It's shaved! It's shaved!
Wait, why didn't it shave?
I think you have to go
Yeah,
both ways.
Oh,
You gotta push.
Why? I don't know.
Oh.
Wow, it's shaved.
You said this one was egregious.
I can't believe it.
It works.
We've never gotten one that works before. What?
We'll have a mini razor fight.
Wow.
Shave hard.
Oh, circles. It's one of those. Here.
I just don't think it's that strong.
Yeah, it might not be strong enough for that.
No.
It's good enough for leg hair though. That took it right off.
Here, try your beard. And then you can pop the top off. Our hair's in there.
Yeah.
And you just...
And you save it for later.
It says I can
Copy
just...
your home address and we'll mail it.
Yeah, look at that. It took hair right off my thigh. I'll clean it up.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
How much was this one?
I think this was the cheapest one. This was like $20.
This is just a product.
Yeah, this one worked. It's a product with an AI ad. That's definitely just an Alibaba thing though.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
USB charger. I mean, it's pretty crappy.
Maybe it'll last 10 years like that.
No.
No, it says it just wouldn't rust in 10 years.
rust.
It didn't say it would work.
It's got a quality control pass stamp. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I bet you could find this right now on Alibaba.
And buy 1,000 of them for $20.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to do the other tests, like taking shaving cream off a balloon. I don't know what that proved. The toothbrush head. I guess I wear shorts. This is a problem for me. This is just how I sit.
It'll grow.
Yeah, it'll grow
Yeah,
back
it's fine.
quickly.
It's fine.
Well, here you could just shave all of it, and it'll be really cool.
I'll be like a gym bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. The intrusive thoughts almost won. I would say, out of all the ones we've seen,
It works,
it works.
and you paid $20. Actually, I'll just find it. On
Yeah,
Alibaba
find
real
the-
quick. Let's see if you paid a good price for it.
On Temu, it looks like they're about $6.
$6 on
Exact
Temu.
ones
These are
Temu.
definitely just resold Temu.
Yeah, I mean, so the scam is you buy a product from Temu or Alibaba, you make an AI ad for it with a temp website, you sell it for
Yeah.
more. That's easily how
Well,
it
that's
goes.
also, that's
This is
$6
crazy.
for one, so you could probably buy them in bulk for even cheaper.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
so like here's the exact one right here. The pocket shaver USB mini. This is light in the box. They have so many of these.
So they
that
all
pop up.
just are doing the same, and
Yeah.
some people are splurging for YouTube ads to get me. Crazy timing.
And yep, Walmart has the same thing for $6.
Walmart
the
is
exact
just
same one.
Amazon at this point. Monique just texted me that she decided to randomly swing by the warehouse to see if they got the other AI package, and it was there. They were holding it
nice.
for us. So we can. I have another here, but we can do that one tomorrow too
Yeah.
to add on to
That'd
it.
be good.
I forget what it was. I just have zero recollection. Oh, I remember. It's work boots.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, so this one is more. I saw AI ads for it, but the more I looked into it, I think this one's a real company. So I won't slander them. We'll see how good the product is.
But they use AI ads.
I saw one, but then the ones I've gone back and looked, and I don't think they're doing that anymore.
Did you record the ad that you found?
No, I could not find it, so I may have just bought a product for you. But I won't tell you what it is. And I had to put in all the shipping info, so when it showed up to our house, it says, "To Matt, from Charles, reason, surprise." And Monique was like, "That's cute. Charlie bought you a surprise." And I was like, I did that myself. All right. Yeah, I think this is just a real company. It's Send a Cake. That's what it's called.
Send a Cake.
Send a Cake.
How long has this cake been? Whoa.
Oh, it's Halloween themed. I forgot I did that.
Good plan.
Surprise.
I don't know. I don't know what this is, to be honest. If it's good, cut it. Send a Cake specializes in gourmet cake for birthdays.
Oh,
and
this
all
is so cool.
specialty.
Then it's a real cake
Let's
that's just
start
gonna
here.
be fucking rotten. Start
How to open your box. Fully remove the box.
Open.
Place the box on a flat surface. Unhook the straps from the front of the box.
I don't. It says start here. but
Pull
there's
to
nothing.
reveal your surprise. All right, so I think
Is it gonna like pop out at us?
That's it's gonna do something.
Like I feel like you could start here easily.
No, but that's not the way the arrows go.
I'm gonna go against the grain here because I'm growing more and more suspicious this isn't a shitty company, so I'm allowed to be mean.
Jump scare.
Okay, I guess pull this.
Whoa! It did actually jump out.
It jumped.
Wait, it looks like there's a lot of those that are supposed to. Let's see.
Whoa! Why did you find this?
I don't know.
Is there a cake in there?
There's this.
Oh. Matt just bought an actual product. Surprise!
No, there's a.
Oh my god. It's ghoulish.
Is that cake?
It's a
It
little.
was at one point, probably.
Oh shit.
No. That is it. Chat, is it green because of the icing or green because of mold? It's saran wrap.
Well, that wasn't
That
bad.
was cool, man.
That was cool.
Did we just cut that from the video?
No, I think that's great. That's what
So
that is.
where did you find this?
I think that was on Facebook.
You should smell it.
I don't want to smell
Open
it.
it
I'm afraid
and
of.
smell
I'm
it.
afraid of the spores.
Here, I'll try the Butterfinger. Feel good?
Okay.
That's cool.
Syndicate is the name of it. It's a real site. I don't know where he found it.
Matt got fucking drunk and went too deep one night and just bought a real product.
Almost all of these are 2 a.m. when I'm high.
Everything looks like AI to Matt when he's had a couple.
Guys, look at this AI. It's just a fucking Honda. I'm so sorry.
Happy Halloween.
Wait, they have. I'm on their TikTok now. They got some crazy shit in here.
Is it cool stuff?
Yeah, that one was like a fucking frag grenade.
I remember getting birthday cards when I was like in elementary school with those in them.
Yeah.
Oh, one came out and you closed it and
No.
opened it again and then it.
No, that's super moldy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on us.
How long
That's not on
How
us.
long have you had this?
That's been in there for 6 weeks. Thank God it's wrapped.
Yeah, I'm looking through their stuff. I don't see a single AI ad.
Wait, does it say to Matt from Charlie or to Charlie from Matt?
To
'Cause
Matt.
now I'm gonna know where your brain was.
It's to Matt from Charlie. And it's a surprise.
Yeah,
Charlie, did you order it?
Matt ordered it.
That's on me, big dog.
Now Matt just like, you know what? This will be fine.
Yeah, there's no AI that I can find here for them.
Hey, thanks to the cake.
That's it. What a cool surprise in the AI ad video.
Yep, that is absolutely just a real company.
100%. That was a good idea to preface it though, because you weren't sure.
I was not positive. This one did not seem the same. They had real shipping. Sorry. We can cut that if you
No, this is really good. See, not every video goes according to plan.
That's the fun one.
That's right.
No,
Yeah, that
so
was-
it's all scripted. We did that,
That
on
was
purpose.
that was Toasty Matt wanting candy. I will find the boots video for you, but the ones coming tomorrow, they walk on beds of nails. They hit their toes with hammers. They do all sorts of stuff. I think I got your size. So
Good.
All right, we'll be back.
See you then.
All right,
My
bye.
thigh is smooth.
I've been doing these in a while, and I used to do them all the time. Many of you may remember way back many moons ago, I used to do a annual video, a yearly roundup of the most common questions I got asked that year, and answering them all in one big video dump. But it's been a long time since I've done that, mainly because I started streaming daily, which means I was answering the same 50 questions every 4 minutes, so there wasn't really a ton of questions that were going unanswered. But I wanted to give a little mix-up here, hit you with the shake and bake, because there is one question that for actual years I have been asked probably above all else. The only thing that comes close, maybe second place, is why am I so short? Which is a question I've answered 3 times now. I mean, again, it's not a question for me. You gotta ask the man upstairs. I don't know why God made me this short, but I don't mind being fun-sized. Can't change it. Is what it is. But I'll be right back, though. I have to excuse myself to the little sailor's room. Alright, anyway, and that question is about the gym. What is my advice for anyone looking to get started with gym going? A fitness journey. And it's a question I always enjoy answering or just diving in on. The subject is just something I'm very familiar with. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Maybe go fuck yourself. But a little bit of lore on, my academic career. When I first went into college, I had a digital arts major. I wanted a career in animation. But it became painfully clear for the 2 years I spent in this major that there is no one worse in that field than myself. I have to be the least talented organism on the planet when it comes to art and animation. When zookeepers give paintbrushes to elephants and they fucking doodle on a canvas, that demonstrates a higher level of artistic prowess than what I was able to produce in 2 years with that major. So going into my junior year of college, I switched to a human sciences degree with a concentration on exercise physiology. And even though I don't use it these days, I of course still am very active in the gym. I know a lot of people like when I do the old sleeper build showcase type shit. It is something that I've always been very passionate about, and as such, I get questions about fitness and gym all the time, where to start, because that is the hardest part of this whole journey. So I wanted to make this whole video dedicated to that topic on how to get started with working out. I always really enjoy seeing that so many people are really taking their health more seriously. It's always been the number one thing I recommend to people that are struggling with self-esteem or maybe finding themselves in a bit of a rough spot mentally. I always recommend starting some kind of fitness journey, setting these small, attainable little goals that you can chip away at, so that way you can feel yourself progressing and taking your health more seriously. I really think it can just do wonders for people's self-esteem, their outlook, and their general attitude. And it's something that's completely free to begin with. You don't need an expensive gym membership. You only need your body. I'm a big proponent of calisthenics. The bulk of my training these days has been heavy weights, but I always integrate calisthenics into my workouts because I think they are just great for functional strength, and especially if you are just starting, it is great for beginners because there's so many progressions. So push-ups, for example. If you can't do a full push-up, you can do knee push-ups. Pretty much every calisthenic movement has progressions for it. But by far, the most important thing when it comes to working out and taking your health more seriously, and one that everyone always mentions, how do you stick with it? How do you stay motivated? I believe it's routine. It's not easy to start for a lot of people. It's very hard to stay motivated. It's hard. It is difficult. But if you can just grit your teeth and bear it for a week of sticking to a schedule, it starts to become easier. It starts to become routine. It becomes more comfortable. And then over time, maybe you start to enjoy it. Maybe you and your friends want to start working out together. You go to the gym together. Then it becomes fun. It may start as something daunting that you're not looking forward to, but if you stick with it for a week or two and it starts to feel like a routine or even starts to feel fun if you're doing it with a friend or you start to find the joy in working out, then it starts to be locked in. Then it becomes far easier to stay working out, going to the gym, this kind of thing. So that's always the number one piece of advice I give to anyone looking to start a health and fitness journey is stick with it for a week or two so it starts to feel like a routine. It becomes a normal part of your scheduling because then it's a lot easier to stick with it. Now, the next piece of advice I always give to people that are starting a health and fitness journey is you do not need to spin fucking oodles of doubloons on all of these outrageous fitness courses that are being hawked on every single social media platform out the wazoo. You don't need to do that. It's the big 2026. There is unlimited information right at your fingertips for exercise science. There are countless great resources online. There's innumerable channels on YouTube dedicated to every single possible training methodology that you could ever imagine. And when you're just beginning, you don't need to make yourself like the perfect split off rip. You don't need the perfect workout regimen to begin with. I think what's far more valuable to a beginner is having a big charcuterie board of a lot of different exercises that you have compiled from a lot of different training resources and trying them all yourself. Making sure to use good form, learning the movements, and finding which exercises you like the best. Because when you're starting a health and fitness journey, you probably want to be enjoying it. Having fun would make it a lot easier to stick with it. So finding the exercises you actually like doing in the beginning, I think, is far more helpful than immediately spending hundreds of dollars finding the most optimized workout splits for yourself. That can come later. Once you're more, seasoned in the gym, you know what you like, you know what's working for you, what's not, then you can start catering your workouts more specifically using other resources that are specific for the goals that you are trying to achieve. But I don't think you need to do all of that all at once. I think it's much more valuable when you're starting out to find the exercises that you really like. Now, naturally, that leads into another question. How do you find these exercises? Where do you go to learn about these lifts and how to properly do them? And how do you avoid the information overload if you do just type in just workout, for example? Because if you do type in something like that, you're going to get hundreds of thousands of videos from thousands of different channels and influencers telling you a bunch of conflicting things. Like maybe this guy over here is saying you're a fucking idiot if you're doing barbell bench press. This guy over here saying, no, actually it's a gold standard to just flat barbell bench. This guy over here is preaching the gospel about, no, actually you have to dumbbell press. That's the only way to train your chest. That's the way you got to do it. And when you're just starting, it's a lot of noise. How do you figure out what's the best or who to trust? And I believe, kind of like what was said in the famous commercial, why not both? When you are just starting, I think it's valuable to experiment. So learn both of these lifts and try them for yourself. Because maybe this guy hates dumbbell press, but you end up loving it. So now that can also help you narrow down what channels you want to get your fitness information from, what resources work for you personally and what you enjoy most from your lifts. And like I said, it doesn't always have to be weight training. Maybe you fall in love with calisthenics. The point is just trying a lot of these movements and a lot of these lifts and figuring out what you enjoy most will help you stick with something. I think that's far more effective than immediately spending tons of money buying a program and, buying a bunch of supplements. Just try shit yourself first. And as you become more accustomed to working out, as you start making it more of a routine, then you can start fine-tuning it a bit more. And I think by trying a ton of things, it'll help you narrow in on what resources are teaching you these kind of things. And those can be the channels or influencers, whatever, that you follow as your trusted source for workouts, because it's what's, most enjoyable to you and what's working for you on a personal level. But as I said, the most important thing to start is trying to lock it in as a routine. And starting with somebody else is always going to make things easier. If you do this with a friend, I think that makes it infinitely more fun just off rip. So if that's an option on the table for you and a buddy to begin this kind of thing, I definitely think that's going to help both of you right away. But again, it can be done solo too. It just takes effort. It does take some time and it takes some effort. But I truly think it's worth it, which is why I always recommend it to everyone. And I always like when people ask me about it, even though I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in the world on it. Far from it. There are people far smarter than I on this subject. But hopefully this yap session has been helpful to someone out there that's been tinkering around with the idea of taking their health and fitness a little more seriously. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah, I saw the Ashes of Creation stuff. Archive sent it to me. This has been a crazy disaster that just keeps on getting messier and more pathetic. What happened with Ashes of Creation? In general? You don't know the story, or do you mean what the new stuff is? Because here, we'll just read the article just in case people don't know the lore. Ash's creation, though, in a nutshell, massively successful Kickstarter campaign, and then out of nowhere in a very public blow-up got taken down, 4 or 5 months ago? They're like, all right, we're done here. No more Ashes of Creation after raising $3.2 million. Okay. So it was removed from Steam in February. Wow. I didn't remember being that. I thought it was a lot longer, but whatever. I thought it was a lot earlier. Watch the first 20 seconds of the video in that article. It's insane how much money they spent on bullshit. Down here. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. The ensuing back and forth between former CEO Stephen Sheriff and the studio's board has made the veracity of both sides' claims difficult to verify, but following an extremely detailed report published by YouTube channel Nefas QS on April 11th, there are now more allegations flying around about how the project's funds were managed. The news report claims to have obtained and processed the entire Intrepid Studios general ledger from 2015 to 2026, which they state paints a troubling picture of a company that was on the threshold of financial death at multiple points in its history. And then it talks about the new allegations here about the lavish lifestyle. So basically, using funds for nefarious purposes outside of making the game that they were supposed to deliver and following through on the promises.
$21,000 to hire a private chef, $48,000 for historical antiques, $220,000 for DoorDash, $8,700.
$220,000 for DoorDash. That's diabolical. What is he ordering through DoorDash? How is that possible?
$1,000 to hire a private chef, $48,000 for historical antiques, $220,000 for DoorDash.
$220,000 for DoorDash doesn't even make sense. You'd have to be eating every hour. Man's out here DoorDashing caviar and shit every hour on the hour. DoorDashing gold bars to my house. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that's possible. I didn't see that figure. I saw the TCG stuff where he wasted $48,000 on trading cards and shit. And then the private chef. Why is he getting a private chef for $21K when he's still DoorDashing $220K worth of food? Is all this guy does eat? That's all he is? He's just fucking gluttonously consuming? Just this filthy, gluttonous man? Like Nurgle or something? This is crazy. How is that possible? How does an appetite like that even exist? Because keep in mind, this is $220,000 in a relatively small period of time. This isn't over the course of 40 years. Wow. Wow.
$8,700 for office plants, almost $16,000 for the movie theater.
What? $16,000 for the movie theater? I go to a movie every single week and I haven't spent anywhere near $16,000 in the entire time I've done the moist meter and shit. How? What does he do? This can't be right. He would have to be seeing every single movie that's ever released for the last 5 years in Dolby and IMAX. I don't get it. That's mostly food. Oh, true, yeah. Maybe he spends $16,000 at the theaters, not on tickets, but on concessions. That's a good point. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. All the limited edition popcorn buckets, you're right. Didn't even think of that. How silly of me. The guy who DoorDashes $250,000 worth of food is definitely finding other ways of wasting even more money on food at movie theaters. Holy.
$95,000 for Amazon orders, 3.5.
What was that? So, let me just full screen that because it's getting because it's getting blocked by the embedding.
$8 million for the almost $16,220 for the movie theater, $595,000 for Amazon orders, $3.5 million for Amazon Web Services, $1.48 million for the American Express credit card, $3.9 million for multiple Chase credit cards, $102,000 for Epic Games, $21,000.
Say that one more time.
Multiple Chase credit cards, $102,000 for Epic Games.
$102,000 for Epic Games? What does that mean? Using their engine or their service or something? Or is he actually spending $102,000 on the Epic Games Store? I don't even think they have that many games on there that could even warrant that amount of spending. If you bought every game Epic Games has, I don't think you would spend $100K. Oh, V-Bucks. I didn't even think of V-Bucks. Son of a bitch. Oh, you're right. I didn't even consider that. How accurate are these numbers? Well, according to the article, he got a hold of like their entire financial ledger from 2015 to 2026. So I think it's probably pretty accurate. I don't know. And even before this video, there were allegations of like really crazy spending and mismanagement. So like it's entirely believable. It's not confirmed per se, but I could see it. Oh, I spoiled one of them. He spent $421 at a luxury cigar retailer. That's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I'm getting spoilers now. Arguably one of the more serious allegations in the general ledger concerns a company named Gore Oil, which states he received $81K. Gore Oil Company was the deed owner of Sheriff and Moore's San Diego mansion, which was sold to the couple on April 11, 2020 for $4.9 million. Sheriff, who was continuing to litigate these matters in court, told Kotaku there was no misappropriation of Kickstarter funds whatsoever and that any assertions regarding a lavish lifestyle or personal misuses of company funds were categorically false. An examination of the facts through the judicial process has already revealed that the parties behind these claims orchestrated an unlawful foreclosure to take control of Intrepid's assets from the people who built Ashes of Creation, with the intent to exploit those assets for their own benefit, Sheriff said. Since the new video went live, someone has been trying to make it go away. Someone already filed a privacy complaint against the video. Just a heads up, we will be disputing it. He wrote in the comments. Someone also reported my Reddit account from a community subreddit to the admins. Huh. So interesting. I am so beyond curious if these are accurate.
$21,000 for Magic the Gathering cards, $2,200 for hot dogs, $4,200 for luxury aromas, $6,600 for Steam games, and $5.
How do you only spend $6K on Steam versus $100K on Epic? This guy's actually a madman. This guy is clinically insane. He needs to be institutionalized. I don't even care about the $2,000 that he blew on glizzies. Don't care. Shoving them up his butt, throwing them in the trash. It's a lot of money to be spending on glizzies, but that is not nearly as offensive to me as spending $6K on Steam versus $100K on the Epic Game Store. How? Bro is saving up to buy Tung Sahur in Fortnite.
$49 million for office rent.
Listen, someone's stomach, your child's stomach just growled.
Classic,
Did you hear
classic.
It? Gotta listen like me. Rent is too damn high.
Those are just some of the numbers you'll be able to look at both yourself in this video and the general ledger covering over a decade of monetary transactions I'm making publicly accessible.
Ooh. You can check the ledger yourself? That adds another air of credibility to it, I would say. Wow, I have got to see how this shakes out if this is all true. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I only read, like, the article, so I missed some of these up here in the beginning. I didn't watch the video. Yeah, the whole Ashes of Creation story is a crazy one. We talked about it when it first happened, when it first got taken down, and all of the wackiness. But this is brand new here. I paid $250 for it, sad. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yikes. Don't worry, your money was spent on a glizzy. That's true. You were probably part of his hot dog fund. That was one of your backer rewards. Sheriff eats a hot dog in your honor. I don't know, man. It is very interesting that this is now publicly accessible. He's made the ledger public. It could still be bogus. It could still be incorrect data. I have no idea. I have got to see where this goes next. I am still so stunned on this right here.
Theater. $598,000 for his store takes, $220,000 for DoorDash.
Can't get over that. I can't get over that. $220K for DoorDash. That's like that Wayfair shit back in the day where people thought they were trafficking children through the Wayfair prices because some of the furniture made no sense that people were paying or something, whatever that was. Now I kind of already forgot the details. That's like that kind of shit. Isn't it across 10 years? Yeah, I believe it's across 10 years. That's still an unfathomable amount of money. And again, 10 years is a relatively small period of time to rack up $220K in DoorDash orders. In fact, how long has DoorDash been, like, mainstream? I don't even know if it's been around, like, in a big way for a decade. Let's see. When was DoorDash launch? 2013 is when it launched, so let's safely assume that it was big in 2016. That's still crazy. I feel like most of these, though, like DoorDash, Uber Eats and stuff, really popped off around, like, COVID era, though. Like, that's when I imagine most of the spending would have been for them. Has to be $61 a day for 10 years. Oh my god. I do a lot of, like, Uber Eats. Like, I pretty much Uber Eats a meal once every other day for myself. But I think even across 10 years, it wouldn't reach that. Because, like, even with the Uber Eats, like, upcharge, it's, like, $20 for, like, a wrap. And that's with the, 25% tip, whatever the You're a Hero thing is. I don't know how you would possibly rack that up. Probably just not buying it solely for himself, family, friends, too. I guess. That's, yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe. Is Uber Eats healthy? Brother, what? It depends on what you're Uber Eatsing. It's entirely up to you. Uber doesn't decide what it's sending you. You see the trailer for the game Agefield High? We might be getting another stinker. I haven't even heard of that. Agefield High Rock the School. Man, that thumbnail looks fucking terrible. Is that AI?
Welcome to Agefield High, Rock the School, a coming-of-age adventure game about friendship, love, and maybe a little rebellion, inspired by the raunchy teen comedies of the early 2000s. You play as Sam, who just moved to Agefield with his nagging mom and annoying sister.
Good college, great job, happy family.
I don't want a fucking job. I want a man with money.
At Agefield High, join forces with Kale and Axel and together try to pull off their Rock the School plan to become the biggest legends the school's ever seen.
Wow.
Most importantly, get the girl and rock the prom.
But on weekdays,
oh
you
my
have
God.
to be at school till the afternoon. Yeah, Agefield High features
this is bully but cringe
school system with different lesson types like English, math, geography, German, and music.
I'm just not used to country life yet.
Do you think we're some kind of dumb hillbillies or rednecks?
What is this lip syncing? I usually don't even really care about lip syncing, but this actually, like, this genuinely looks not real, like not a game. A lot of the Steam stinkers we play on new releases made by like a single dev and nothing but assets do a better job. It's like everyone's just got like fucking crazy amounts of Botox and can't move muscles.
I'm just not used to country life yet.
Do you think we're some kind of dumb hillbillies or rednecks?
Students arrive by bus in the morning and follow their daily routine. You can skip class, but then you'll have to hide from the authorities in town, or just cause chaos.
Hey, he's stealing my liquor!
The story missions
What is this?
School where Kale, Axel, and Sam work on their dream to leave their marks as legends. From awkward attempts at impressing girls,
I can show you that I am a real man.
Fighting dickhead jocks.
Not in my town.
And even Satanists, leading to the big question.
I am the hottest girl at school.
Which girl do you ask to prom?
Whoa!
Agefield High features 32 main missions and 15 mini-missions capturing the ridiculousness of early 2000s teen comedies.
Are you having your, happy time?
The open world of Agefield is free to explore, featuring the school campus, neighborhoods, town center, and countryside.
Run!
After Sam's parents split and his mom struggles to...
This is a super long trailer, by the way.
He has to navigate Agefield solo. So you might want to check out Mike's bike shop and get some wheels. Don't forget some new fresh clothes and maybe even a tattoo. Just don't tell Mom.
Did you get into a fight?
Complete some mini missions to make bank on the side.
We have to buy a Play With magazine so I can sell the pictures in it to my friends 10 times the original price.
Don't let your guard down around town or even the countryside. The jocks could
Damn,
be
they're
anywhere.
everywhere.
Sam isn't a bully, but he knows how to crack a few skulls. He can throw some punches, deal some leg kicks, and shove them to break their defense. Don't forget to block.
And the graffiti just appeared.
I feel like I'm getting the video game tutorial as well through the
Eye out for
trailer.
Collectibles. Agefield is soaked in a pop-punk soundtrack, vibrant colors, and a springtime setting, hiding the negativity of all the soulless adults in town.
I can't be the father.
Return to the early 2000s and experience the rebellious energy of Agefield High. Rock the school. Wishlist now on Steam.
I cannot wait to play that. I genuinely cannot wait to play that. That looks like a beautifully dog shit game. Wow. Wow. Looks like AI generated bully. It really does. Thank God they gave him a shirt that says 2002 so we know it takes place in 2002. See? Subtle storytelling, actually. You could learn a thing or two about that. So who's developing this? I can't even read that font. What is that? Frenulum Games? That's where the male G-spot is. What the fuck does that say? Refugium? I don't... What does that say? It's the same devs that did the... It's the same devs that did the Grey Hill incident? Holy shit, we're in for cinema. What the hell is their name? Is it Refugium? Oh my god, it is Refugium. Yeah, down here in the bottom right. What the... It's like a word I'd make up. Reflaffitator Games. Wow. This is the Grey Hill Incident Squad. Let's go. This is the game where, when you shoot an alien, it starts, like, slurping your shit up. It fucking gawks on the cock. This game was wacky.
Conspiracy theorists claim to have seen a UFO. The minority tries to convince other people that the small green aliens are real.
They're lying.
The government.
That is not a weather balloon. Ryan, this is an absolute invasion.
I'll have to replay this for the gaming channel to get hype for Agefield High. It's set in the same universe. They should make it a connected universe for sure. Wow, it's been 3 years since Grey Hill Incident. That's crazy. Time flies. I hope it's at least fun bad. Grey Hill Incident was fun bad for the first, like, 45 minutes-ish. But this looks like it has at least 2 hours worth of dog shit fun bad content. They even got fucking Gerard Way over here. They hit him with the shrink ray. Man, they got everything. So who are you taking to prom? I don't know. That's actually the final mission, it seems. So the whole game will build up to that one choice. I'll probably spend my time socking the teachers in the jaw.
Yes, but then you'll have to hide from the authorities in town, or
Hey,
just cause
stop
chaos.
Hey, hey, he's stealing my liquor.
Nice. Good find. I can't wait for this game now. That's so good. Could have sworn you reacted to this trailer before. I doubt it. It's only 13 hours old. Oh, wait! There are other trailers from 5 months ago. Maybe I did. Was this shown at one of the game showcases?
It's the year 2002, and 3 friends decided not to leave school as losers.
Good morning, everybody. This young man right here is our new student, Sam.
There's Cale Baines, the guy who thinks college is for chumps.
Ah, you're the new guy, huh? What's up?
Axel Philly, the wannabe rock star.
I got an F in English.
And you, Sam Tatum, the new kid.
So we can have the party, but my mom cannot find out. If she does, she'll go ballistic.
They made
So
a plan to
relatable.
rock
That's
the
so
last
true.
few
I
months at
remember that.
school and leave their marks as
I
legends.
remember that in high school.
They want to indoctrinate me even more into a boring fucking life and work 9 to 5 like some sort of mindless zombie.
Fuck thinking about college, dude. We need to stick to our plan to rock the school.
But there's always something or someone.
Oh, baby.
Overbearing parents,
If you don't get into college, I'll throw you out of my damn house.
perverted teachers,
You messed with the wrong one.
nosy neighbors.
Fuck.
Aliens in the forest, in the countryside.
Not to mention Seth.
Damn, maybe I was too quick to poo-poo on it, because this story is riveting, actually. This has everything.
Popular guy at school whose life mission is to make yours miserable at best.
So you think you can move to my town, come to my school, embarrass me in front of my friends and ruin my party?
Seth, you have to go now. My dad's gonna kill you. I'm serious.
But that doesn't hold these guys back from trying.
Whose panties are those?
Oh, fuck. Another fight. It's all
Play as
fighting.
Sam Tatum, who saves the day.
It's
in
like
this
Samson
rule-breaking
combat.
coming-of-age adventure. Explore a fully decked-out campus in quirky small town in this open world inspired by the early 2000s teen movies.
Do you really think you're the first students to try to get into my pants this way?
Her
What?
dad brought lipstick home from his trip to Mexico, and now they all look prettier than ever.
Oh, fuck. Walter White's coming out here to cook meth. Run.
We drink as much as we could, go streaking to the girl we liked, and then tell her how much we loved her.
Return to the early 2000s one last time. Agefield High.
What do you mean, one last time?
Wish
What? Why is this the last time you can return to the early 2000s? That's the only way to go back? Through Agefield High? It disappears after that, the memories vanish. The setting's gone. I wonder how many times they'll say early 2000s. Not enough. Yeah, it comes out this summer, apparently. That'll be something. That will be something. I've actively followed the David case since the information started breaking 7 months ago, and I want to give you the latest update on it. So 2 days ago, most of you know, David was arrested following a lengthy investigation, but he wasn't immediately charged. He was held without bail, but they didn't announce any charges at the time. Today that has changed. They have announced the charges here, and if found guilty, they could carry a maximum penalty of life in prison or even the death penalty.
These charges include the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring. That is first-degree murder with special circumstances. The special circumstances being lying in wait, committing this crime for financial gain, or murdering a witness in an investigation. These special circumstances carry with it, along with the first-degree murder charge, a maximum sentence of life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty.
Anyone who's followed this case even loosely probably isn't surprised to hear those charges being announced there. The evidence has been overwhelming. He hasn't been found guilty yet, but I gotta tell you, I think even Saul Goodman would struggle handling a case like this. And these aren't the only charges he's facing. There's also additional charges as well.
Before I get into the actual charges, and there are additional charges against Mr. Berg, including continuous sexual acts, lewd and lascivious sexual acts with an individual under 14 years old, and mutilating a human remains of a body.
This case is about as disgusting as it gets. And again, it did take a while getting here, but I imagine the fact that they have now arrested and brought these charges forth means that they have sufficient evidence to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that David is guilty of these crimes for which he is accused. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence available to the public, by the way, right there at your fingertips. And even still, and I know I mentioned this in the last video, but I just can't get over just how bafflingly insane this is. There are David defenders. I'm talking about David drones that are constantly fighting tooth and nail, trying to proclaim his innocence, saying that this is all a frame job and he's been set up. Which is crazy to me, because no matter how you spin this, there is irrefutable evidence to confirm that at the very least, David was in a relationship with a child. And these dummies for David, this movement here, likes to plug their ears to that fact and just dodge it. But it's like trying to dodge the rain. It's impossible to overlook that because it is fucking vile. And it is not based on circumstantial evidence, which is the buzzword they love to use in regards to this case when defending David. That is provable that he was dating Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a child. And according to authorities, his motive for her murder was to protect his career because she had apparently threatened to report their sexual relationship. She was reported missing by her family in 2024 when she was 13. And according to the allegation in a criminal complaint, the singer engaged in continuous sexual abuse of her for at least a year from September 2023 to September 2024. And then when she was 14, they believe she was killed with a sharp object on or around April 23rd of 2025 when she was heading to the singer's house in the Hollywood Hills. This is the first time her cause of death has been publicized. Her body was chopped into pieces and stuffed in the back of David's trunk, his vehicle's trunk. So it was especially difficult for authorities to figure out what actually killed her here because her body was decomposing and in pieces, which is where that mutilation of human remains charge comes from. Now I want to briefly opine on that motive they allege here in this case because based on all available information, that does track. There are photos and videos of David and Celeste together, and members of his community knew about their relationship. Notably, some of his moderators were aware of it, though according to their own PR statement they put out to try and debunk the claims that they knew about it and said nothing, they defended themselves by saying that yes, they knew about her, but they didn't know her age nor her status as a missing person. I have no idea if that's true or not, or if they're just desperately trying to cover their own assholes there, but the point is, people did know David was in a relationship with this girl, and if she made a reference to letting people know her age, then it stands to reason that David would panic, fearing that it would jeopardize his career, which was blowing up at the time. And maybe in that panic, he took drastic measures and killed her in order to protect that from getting out.
Calling People versus David Anthony Burke. That's case number 26 CJC F02399.
Good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. Blair Burke, Marilyn Bednarski, and Regina Peter on behalf of our client, David Burke, who's in custody.
Thank you, and good afternoon, Mr. Burke.
Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman for the People, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, unsurprisingly, David and his legal team are entering a plea of not guilty. They are looking to fight the charges. That should not come as a surprise to anyone. This shouldn't be something that has someone's mouth fucking hit the floor, jaw agape, recoil, and fly into the back of their chair like, what? Who could have seen that coming? That is standard procedure. There is no dimension in the multiverse where David was going to come in here fucking representing himself and just be like, yeah, I'm guilty. And I'm sorry, and then hit like a fucking power chord on the ukulele. That was never going to be the case. Because if he does plead guilty, he is facing those charges head on, and he might avoid the death penalty, but it's still going to be life in prison. So there was always going to be a not guilty plea entered from David's team here. That is not a shock at all.
So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th day. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. and we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
Anything from the people?
We'll be very happy to put on the evidence that we've collected in this case in the last several months.
Thank you. So the matter will be set. Plea of not guilty has been entered.
So David's team is looking to move lickety-split. They're trying to speed run this process here. They're going for a court any % gold split, and everyone's willing to play ball here. The other side saying, okay, you know what? We're extremely happy to do that. We would love to showcase the evidence that we've compiled over these 7 months. And what was very surprising is what came after this section.
Given almost no discovery thus far, we've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint. And we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion. She knows the way the system works. I'm not able to gather those. They have to be provided after the court orders them released because it was an investigation. Second of all, if counsel plans on going to a preliminary hearing within the 10 days, it is unlikely that there will be very much discovery provided within that period, given the voluminous nature and how long it's going to take to copy onto drives.
40 fucking terabytes of evidence they have gathered against David from the sound of things. That is an unfathomable amount. Now, the way that information just came out, the chess pieces that got set up on the board here were David's team made a mention of the discovery, or lack thereof, that they were unsatisfied really with where discovery was there. So then it was mentioned, well, discovery is going to be kind of hard here because of how much volume there is. 40 terabytes, and you're looking to set up a preliminary hearing within such a short time frame. It's going to be extremely difficult for us to get all of that information to you for this discovery. And also, they made a reference to discovery with, like, the grand jury. Can't really do anything about that. That needs to come from a court order. But the shocking piece of information there was how much evidence they seemingly have against David here from their investigation. 40 terabytes is a ridiculous amount of anything in general. So that's a lot. That really is a lot. That caught me by surprise, because there's a lot of evidence out there available to the public in this case about David and everything here. But 40 terabytes is more than I would have possibly envisioned for this. So anyway, it looks like they're going to be moving this along very fast. So I guess we'll be getting more and more information pretty quickly. I just wanted to give you the update to things now that the charges are out there. And again, personally, I feel David is definitely guilty in the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I think all of the evidence points to him being the only one that it could possibly be. I don't think he was framed. And again, it is proven that he was in a relationship with this child. So that additional charge of the lewd and lascivious acts with a minor, I think there is no possible defense they could even begin to squeak out there in that charge alone. Let alone everything else that is available for everything else in regards to her death, as well as her body being chopped up, the mutilation of her corpse, all of that, all seems to point directly to David. But I guess we'll find out as this process continues. Anyway, fucking awful stuff, man. This case is so fucking gross, and I really, really, really hope that there will be justice for Celeste here. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. Urgh! That's the noise Mario makes in Super Mario 64 when he takes damage. Not the best impression, but probably not the worst either. And right now, Mario is making those noises because he's taking damage in real life, judging by the reviews on his new movie. This has nothing to do with today's video topic, by the way, but right before I started filming, I saw the headlines that Super Mario Galaxy is, like, bad. So it's getting pretty terrible reviews, which surprised me because I assumed it would be business as usual. I liked the last Mario movie. I thought this would be more of the same. And the last Mario movie had average reviews. This one has catastrophic reviews. People talking about it like they went in there and Mario gave them a fucking knuckle sandwich and a wet willy. They hate it. And definitely had me raise an eyebrow there because it makes me wonder, is it actually bad or what the hell's gone wrong? Not that it matters because it's Mario. It's still going to gross $1 billion. But I'm very curious to see how this movie actually is on Thursday. Anyway, though, today's video topic is kind of a smorgasbord of things. There's a lot that I want to blabber about. First and foremost, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. It's the newest season of JoJo's. It's part 7. It's been very highly anticipated. Most of you know I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Most of you also know the fandom does not like me at all. They treat me like Bikini Bottom treated SpongeBob when he had the bad breath. I'm ugly, and I'm proud. And the reason why, they don't like my take on it. I love JoJo's Part 1, Part 2, Part 5, and I haven't finished Part 6 because of Netflix's release schedule for it, but I like everything I've seen in Part 6. Coming close. Get ready. Hope you're sitting down. I don't like Parts 3 and 4. I know. Steam collectively just exploded out of people's ears. Part 3 was okay. I didn't love it. It just dragged so much. And Part 4, it falls into my least favorite genre of anime, which is slice of life. It's predominantly slice of life until Kira's introduced, and I loved Kira. Everything that happened when Kira came was wonderful. Everything before that, way too slice of lifey for me. Is what it is. Anyway, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run just dropped, episode 1. You may have seen, even if you're not familiar with the property, that it's one of the highest rated anime episodes ever. And fans were really excited to get more. Only to be met with this fucking wedgie that second stage, episode 2, will be coming at some point in 2026. No release date, not even a release month. Just this idea of episode 2 coming out at some point this year. Very, very disappointing. Now, I mentioned with Part 6, I didn't actually finish it because of Netflix's release schedule. They did something called batch release, where they released it in parts, but not in the way that you're thinking. Not like in the way that some anime do, where it's like Part 1 and then like 6 months later, Part 2, which is like a whole nother season. Netflix did it in like a really counterintuitive way, and it just completely ruined the momentum of the show. And it seems like, based on this, they're doing the same thing with Part 7 here, Steel Ball Run. They released episode 1, it was a banger. Now we have to wait who knows how long for episode 2 or the next batch of episodes. It's just straight up poop because what's even the point in releasing the episode here? Why? People are just going to forget about it in like 6 or 8 months, however long it is, until episode 2 finally fucking pops out of the oven here. They squeak it out. Like, it's just, you kill all of the momentum. Everyone that got invested in episode 1 has nothing to do for 6 or 8 months and will just drop it most likely. That's what happened to me as a fan of the property already. So if someone like me who's already invested in the property couldn't even like keep up with the release schedule on part 6, what fucking hope is there for a casual fan to keep caring about it? You know what I mean? It's very silly. As many people talk about these days, weekly releases are just the best for shows. Hands down. I think the binge model is obsolete. That's just for gluttonous heathens at this point. I see no value in the binged model unless you just want to endlessly consume and forget. There's just only positives to doing weekly releases for a show or anime, because then it's always top of mind. It keeps stretching out the hype and the momentum. It allows for conversations around each episode. It lets people get excited and get invested, as opposed to just like one big drop and then everyone's all over the place with it. It's hard to talk about it because everyone's at different points. And I know I've yapped about that a lot. It's just crazy to me that we still have things like this happen. It just doesn't make sense. So, very disappointed with how Netflix is handling Steel Ball Run. Hopefully, they do have like this big come to Jesus moment and realize like maybe we shouldn't wait till the end of the year, which is the speculation, for episode 2 to come out. Maybe we should do it a little bit sooner here. But I guess we'll see. I doubt they're going to change course, but who knows. What we do know, though, is that there's a lot of butts getting fucked right now by Sony, There was a huge price increase that was just announced recently about how basically everything's going up by at least $100. So PS5 disc edition goes from $550 to $650. The digital only goes to $600, and the PS5 Pro goes all the way to $900, a $150 price hike. Now, the reasoning they gave for the price hike is, I think you can guess it, things like RAM shortages and just everything we've been seeing across the tech space, citing like big global changes, that kind of thing. But I think their numbers are a load of hooey. I think this is a pretty steep price hike that I don't think is necessarily solely driven by what we've seen like with RAM and all of that. I think they figured that they could probably get away with it and it probably wouldn't hurt their bottom line. They're also probably right. I think people will still continue to buy PS5s even at $900 for the Pro. Yeah, it sucks. Not a very happy announcement here. You best start believing in face fucking. You're in one. And it won't just be Sony. We're going to be seeing price increases pretty much across the board on tech, I imagine. Even though I did see some glimmers of hope, like some good news, like with the AI, floundering that we've been seeing recently with OpenAI and all that. So maybe there's like signs of life there that, everything won't get absurdly expensive instantly. But I don't know. It's hard to have any level of hopium at this point in that industry. Anyway, though, huge tonal whiplash here. I want to give you something cool, something that I found to be surprisingly good, which is the Backrooms trailer. Most of you know this. I don't like the Backrooms. I haven't liked any of the Backrooms games I played. I haven't enjoyed the Backrooms products. It's just, for some reason, it just doesn't do it for me. Now, you can huff and you can puff, but you won't be changing my mind. It's just not my cup of tea. That being said, everything I've ever seen from Kane Pixels seems cool. Like, if you're a fan of Backrooms, everything he's been doing with the property does seem really hype. And now, after watching this new trailer, I'm pretty excited for the movie myself, even as someone who's been quite the Scrooge on Backrooms. So, I just wanted to make a mention of that. I was very pleasantly surprised by the quality of this trailer, and I really hope the movie slaps. Coming at you with another huge change of direction here, big change of pace. I cannot stop giggling at the Lindsey Graham Disney trip. Lindsey Graham, big fucking goober, absolute fucking weirdo madman. He took he claims it was like, a big business thing, and then he did a little R&R at Disney afterwards, because he was in the area. And so Lindsey Graham, naturally, of course, went to Disney World by himself. No kids. Lindsey Graham, no kids, by the way. Took a solo excursion to Disney, and boy did he live it up. He probably was, hitting some of these cool little moves, hot dog, trying to get Mickey's attention. He got himself a bubble wand. I think he was spotted with a secret family. No, he was not. Yeah, I gotta show you this picture here. I know we already talked about him earlier, but it is just so fucking wacky. I gotta show you the magic wand. Oh, it was a bubble wand, excuse me. I didn't mean to besmirch the good name of Lindsey Graham's childless Disney excursion. Look how much fun he's having. He's having such a good time. No kids, by the way. Bro, raw dogging his Disney vacation. Yeah. Why is he all by himself? He's a fucking freak, man. I don't know. I love the idea of someone recognizing him and taking a stealth photo. Yeah. I'll be honest. I would not recognize Lindsey Graham. He just looks like a normal spaced out old guy. Like he has no uniquely defining features. Now everyone started clowning on Lindsey Graham for this, naturally. And so, pretty much immediately upon like the flood of people spitting on him and poking fun at him, he posted this photo trying to look cool. Like, look how hard I am. See, look, I'm not gay or anything. I'm bubble wand. Never heard of such a thing. The only wand I know is the wand that spits lead. Look at me shoot these clays. I think I may have laughed harder at him posting that picture than I did at the actual Disney photos of him being spotted there like fucking Sasquatch. It had me actually hooting and hollering because I just know this freak was having a conniption. He was there with a cold sweat and a panic like, okay, oh my god. Alright, we've got to turn the tides here. Okay, what's the coolest thing I can do right now? A kickflip. Shit, no, I'm like 90 years old. I can't get around like I used to. Geriatric. I went clay shooting once. I might have a picture. Yes. They won't call me gay when I post this. Watch this. Bang. And then he just drops that little fucking nugget there. It was beautiful. Actually glorious. I had to yap about this too here. Like I said, it's just kind of a charcuterie board of little topics I wanted to discuss here. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering. That's really about it. See ya. Just getting a little scrub and sniff action going with the old shitter, and you're enjoying it so much you decide why not share the flavor with the bathroom floor to spread it around. Ooh, yucky, smells like shit. How's it going, everyone? It's me, the sphincter scientist Joe Fowler, also known as the Bill Nye of buttholes, here with the toilet spear. The tool that boldly goes where only my face used to in high school. Let me show you how it works. We took the ergonomic design of the human tongue, put it on a stick, and we shove it down here and give that shit a lick. The flexible design allows it to curl up and get the toilet's G-spot, as well as just ramrod it right down the middle. I bet you're wondering how it works, so let me show you. I took the design of the old Native American arrowheads, put it on a stick, made it out of rubber, and put nipples on it. But not just any nipples, they're made out of silver, so this is an effective weapon against werewolves as well. Oh, whoops-a-daisy, how embarrassing. You caught me just playing in my toilet with my toilet spear, one of my favorite hobbies. But just take a look at this. Who wouldn't find this fun? Wingardium Leviosa. Avada Kedavra! Did you squat over your goldfish bowl and pop your hemorrhoids over it? Pretty fucked up situation, and ordinarily you'd be in deep shit with these toilet brushes. But luckily a little ass explosion is no match for the fearsomeness of the toilet spear. I used to lick my toilet bowl clean, but now I don't have to. Take a look at these measurements. The toilet spear is over 30 feet long, allowing even the hand from SpongeBob to get a little action in the toilet spear cleaning. I just punished this toilet with the fattest shit stack of my life, and I cannot wait to clean it. Yes. This weaponized toilet brush is coming at you at a modest price of $10, but just sit right the fuck there. I'm not done. Check this shit out. What's more fun than a toilet spear? 2 toilet spears for only $10. Now you can fight 2 toilets at the same time as long as they're both within arm's reach. And no, it's not available in stores, pussy. You're gonna have to call me on the phone. I'm waiting. When I first heard of the conspiracy theory that there's a secret Stranger Things episode 9 airing on the 7th of January, I thought it was a joke, like a meme. Haha, everyone was so disappointed with the finale that they've deluded themselves into thinking that there's a new secret one that's actually coming and the one we watched was fake. I thought it was just like taking the piss because so many people were extremely disappointed with how the series ended. And now today, it's all I'm seeing. I am inundated with these unhinged explanations for why there is actually a secret 9th episode that's airing in less than 24 hours. And it's coming from a place of, like, genuine belief, it feels like. This is earnest. It's called Conformity. Fuck! Conformity Gate confirmed by me accidentally! I knew it! Conformity Gate. That's the name of this movement. And they're using pieces of evidence like this. This was on the Stranger Things TikTok, and you'll notice behind our character there, on the clock, it's 1:07. 1:07? That's January 7th. Coinky dink? Perhaps. But I think not. I'd be a fool to believe in coincidences when it comes to Stranger Things. Much like Joyce with the lights, the community is putting together the pieces of this puzzle, the breadcrumbs the genius Duffer Brothers have laid out. They wanted you to believe that the finale was underwhelming. They wanted to tank the reputation of one of the most powerful IPs in Netflix history in order to get you all with the bait and switch that the good episode is actually airing tomorrow, and a huge surprise. The whole concept of that is just wild to me. Why would they even have a fake episode? The idea being that Vecna, this is all part of his illusion, so the ending we got, the epilogue, all of that stuff never actually happened. This is Vecna projecting this to us, and it's not real. The real ending is on the 7th. That is a dumber idea than NFTs. That shit is poop. Because at best, with this concept, it means that the 2 hours you spent on the fake finale was 2 hours just wasted. It doesn't do anything to elevate that. If there was a secret finale that's good, all it means is that there is an episode before it, the penultimate episode, is just not good on purpose. So it's a waste of your time. It just doesn't pass the smell test. There would be no reason why they would intentionally give their community that's waited a decade for the ending something less than great on purpose for the sake of getting them with the surprise, yeah, here's the actual finale. There's nothing positive about that. Yeah, so I just don't see that coming, especially not from Netflix of all places. And it makes even less sense when you consider the press tour that the Duffer Brothers are going on right now with the Orb of Confusion in their possession, where anytime they're asked questions about the show, they're like, oh yeah, I don't know. I guess. Possibly. Them trying to answer questions about their own series is like you trying to remember a fever dream you had after chugging NyQuil. Like, they're having a hard time even remembering half the shit that fans are even asking them. So I don't think that's them trying to, cover for this secret grand scheme of a episode 9 finale. I think they just really got lost in the sauce and forgot a lot of things along the way, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. As it stands, the finale isn't the worst ending to a show in the world, but the fact that it is so disappointing to so many people, it's led to them having this mass hypnosis where they're in this trance state, Vecna is controlling them now, where they're projecting these ideas that it can't be, less than stellar. There must be something more. So now they've cooked this up and they're using just nonsensical explanations for why Conformity Gate is real. And like I said, I thought this was just a meme at first, like a joke. And if you're the Duffer Brothers, this has to be the ultimate insult that your series finale is so not amazing and flat to so many people that they actually cannot believe that this is the end, that they think there must be more to it. That's gotta feel like shit for them. More so than people just outright insulting it or picking apart the numerous glaring plot holes and inconsistencies. The fact that your most diehard fans and Stranger Things enthusiasts are the ones that are there must be more, this can't be actually how it ends, that has to be just the ultimate insult. If I was the Duffer Brothers, I would actually just get right back in the lab again, talking to Netflix. Brother, we're doing another season or something, or a special coming up, next November or something. We've got to do something. Holy shit, this is hurting our feelings a lot. It would actually be motivating me to be okay, I'm doing something. I'm going to try and play into this. Yep, we fooled you. The real finale is end of 2026. But anyway, though, back to Conformity Gate. The evidence they use is just grasping at straws, like a Twitter user going on Netflix, typing in season 5 episode 9 and Stranger Things and House pops up, using that as evidence, because when you type in episode 10 for season 5 episode 10, Stranger Things and House don't pop up, but you know what does? Emily in Paris. Wow, that's awfully thought-provoking. That is an eyebrow-raising observation. If you've been hit in the head with a hammer, you can't be serious. Do you want to know why that's most likely the case? Because Netflix's search function isn't amazing. In this example here, Emily in Paris didn't show up for season 5 episode 9, but it did for episode 10. There is an episode 9 of Emily in Paris for season 5. Why wasn't it present? Because Netflix isn't great at that kind of thing. Just because Stranger Things popped up for season 5 episode 9 doesn't mean there is one. There is, however, an additional Stranger Things piece of content dropping, which is the behind the scenes stuff, but it is not season 5 episode 9 the secret finale, and that's not evidence of it. And I've seen other people using the search function for their strong points for conformity gate, such as typing in fake ending, having Stranger Things pop up, which it does. I tried it myself. You know what else Stranger Things pops up for? Bad ending, and also, most notably, big fart. Wow. Now we're getting somewhere. I gotta be honest with you, sports fans, the longer I spend diving in this rabbit hole, the more convinced I become that there might really be something of substance here to this Conformity Gate conspiracy. You can't argue with big fart. Just like you can't argue with a complete misunderstanding of Morse code. So this user looked at the cassette tapes and came up with Morse code that spells out "did not stop me." But that only works if you have no fucking clue about Morse code, which, admittedly, I'm in that camp, but you can look it up. The unlimited information is at your fingertips, should you choose to look into it. So first of all, you can't really have Morse code work without some variations in the lines. You need short and long elements, typically dots, that you'll see in Morse code. And if you pull up the actual Morse code here, and try and somehow stretch it to fit the fucking Twitter post here for the Stranger Things message, it doesn't even come fucking close at all. So first of all, in the cassette tapes, there's clearly no variation in size or anything, so there's no dots, there's no long lines, but even just using the long lines that they have listed here doesn't work at all, because the first one doesn't even exist. There is no 4 just long. But let's just go ahead and assume that the last one is a small. That would mean it's 9. Not you, it would be 9. And then the second one, let's assume the empty spaces there in the cassettes are dots and the cassette is long. Then what you have is dot, long, dot, dot, which is not D, that is an L. So you have 9L, and then underneath that, it's not I. Long dot, long, long is Y. So you get 9LY, and then underneath that, you don't even get L again. So even if you just look at the Morse code they put on Twitter here, it can't be did, because the D pattern is not even repeated there. So how the fuck could it possibly be did? That wouldn't work. The whole thing crumbles. It is a complete sham. And yet people are believing that. There are so many people that looked at that and like, holy shit, the proof is right there in the pudding, and they're using ChatGPT to confirm it. Grok, are we right about this Vecna theory here? Does this Morse code confirm it? Well, darn tootin', looks like you cracked the code. You're a real smart cookie. Thanks, Grok. Can you put me in a bikini? It's just so fucking absurd. That is not even close to being anything substantial or even remotely correct, yet people are willing to run with it so they can continue to believe in conformity gate. Like, ultimately it's harmless, but it's just so ridiculous that I can't help but make fun of it and get, like, somewhat heated about it. Like, I actually cannot wrap my mind around people that are really believing in it. Like, it's shocking to me. And they're using things like the marketing material where they're saying it's going to be a dark Christmas as more proof that this is accurate. Since it wasn't a dark Christmas, fucking nobody dies in season 5 at all. Huge spoiler alert. Literally nobody but one character who you don't know anything about, can't care about because she's only there for like 4 seconds of screen time across the whole season, across the whole series, really. Outside of that, there's no character death, so it wasn't a dark Christmas. They're using that to say the dark Christmas they meant was Orthodox Christmas, which is January 7th. Come on! Goodness gracious, come on! Snap back to reality, I'm begging! Again, it's ultimately harmless, but holy shit, it is crazy. It is actually unbelievable that there are people out there that truly are, like, believing in this. Like to a degree where I saw people trying to book tickets to the secret the secret finale at their movie theater, because another big conformity gate evidence piece is that some people's movie theaters on the 8th aren't doing a ton of showings for other movies. So they believe the reason for that is because the theaters are occupied showing Stranger Things finale. So they're trying to book tickets to those imaginary make-believe showings for the secret 9th episode. It's so weird. Now, at the end of the day, if I'm wrong and this is all by design, that'd be something special. I think it'd be extremely fucking stupid. That'd be a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. Like, it'd be something I'd never seen before, and there's merit in that. This would definitely be creative to intentionally fumble your finale, but it actually was you faking it the whole time. You didn't fumble it. You have a secret episode in the tank. That would be interesting, but still extremely stupid. I'd love to be, like, wrong about, conformity gate. I'd love if it's real. That would be, like, entertainingly disastrous as a concept, but I am just 100% certain that's not the case here. I do know that there will be the behind the scenes for Stranger Things that comes out. That is on its way. But it's not the secret 9th episode finale, I don't think, I'm sorry to say. Anyway, let me show you some clips from last night when I was learning more about conformity gate. There's actually a decent amount of evidence, but I think it's mostly writing mistakes. I can't imagine there's a decent amount of evidence to suggest a secret 9th episode. I think what they're probably looking at is fucking plot holes that this whole season was filled to the brim with. That doesn't mean that the Duffer Bros have secretly cooked up a plan that erases those, and it was actually all part of their master scheme to make everyone think that they fumbled. That would be the stupidest idea ever. What is this? X a lie. Wow. Now that's compelling evidence. Oh god. While both Susie and Vicky were absent from the epilogue, some theorists believe Vecna left them out entirely because he didn't know who they were and therefore couldn't include them in the ending he allegedly constructed. Oh, that's so sad. It wasn't Vecna who forgot who they were, I'm sorry to tell you. According to Conformity Gate theorists, the final episode of Stranger Things could be released January 7th. Why that date? Netflix previously shared a cryptic post reading, "Your future is on the way," accompanied by a January 7th tag, leading some members of the fandom to speculate it could be connected to the theory. It also is significant in general because it marks Orthodox Christmas, which aligns with Season 5's release pattern of dropping episodes on major holidays, including Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. Every Insta account of Netflix in different regions changed their bio to relating of Stranger Things. No shit, it's their flagship series that just ended. Of course everything's going to be relating to Stranger Things. They want as many people as possible to watch it. Let bro believe in the whimsical. I don't care, ultimately, it's fine. It's a harmless cope. Hey, it'd be great to eat my own words. Maybe January 7th rolls around and they're like, gotcha, it's actually, here's the real ending. A couple days ago, I made a video goofing around while covering the body cam footage that showed an officer being arrested after walking around flashing his badge at strangers in public. And by badge, I mean penis. And since then, I have been inundated with YouTube-recommended body cam videos. And one of these puppies really caught my eye just a little bit ago.
911, where's your emergency?
I'm at Kent State University. I need to get into my building, please.
Okay, is this an emergency? Can you look up the non-emergency number?
I need to get into my building, please.
Okay, I need you to look up the non-emergency number and contact the Kent State University Police
I need to get into my building, please.
What doesn't this dispatcher understand? Ellen needs to get into that building. She's got papers to grade and students to flunk. Like, what the fuck? Someone send over the National Guard ASAP to let Ellen into this building. Why is she locked out in the first place? What kind of nefarious plot is this from Dr. Evil trying to keep Ellen out of her office? This is unacceptable, and he's trying to direct her to the non-emergency line? Has there ever been a more pressing emergency quite like this? This is just disgusting. This dispatcher needs to have a stern talking to. Lord help us if Ellen ever got a hold of him on the horn.
You need to contact the Kent State University Police Department. This is not an emergency.
What is it? I need to get into my...
You're going to need to look it up, ma'am. I'm going to let you go.
I don't know what it is.
After the college professor repeatedly abuses 911, demanding an officer, she eventually gets her way.
Abusing 911? Why, yada? Are we in an alternate dimension here? What kind of circus is this? Am I taking crazy pills? This is an emergency! This is Ellen! She's worked at Kent State for over 2 decades. Hello? She's not able to access this building. Get the police over there lickety-split to let her the fuck in. Do you not know what position she holds at Kent State?
I'm the school director of the School of Health Sciences.
Gotcha.
I'll show you my driver's license, which is in the car. Can you get me into the building, please, so I can go pee?
Sure. Do you have anything to drink today?
I had a drink.
You had a drink?
A drink.
Okay. Because I can smell a little bit of alcohol on you.
I can smell a little bit of alcohol. That's fine. You can.
Okay.
Is that a problem, officer? What's the crime? What's the charge? Enjoying a drink? A succulent after-hours beverage? For the Kent State Health School Director, Prime Minister, Turbo Ruler Empress?
I had a drink in my colleague's office. That's fine.
In your colleague's office? Where was that at?
In the annex.
Okay. How'd you get over here?
I walked.
You walked over here? Okay. I'd like to give you a couple tests just to make sure you're good to go because I don't want you driving if you've been drinking.
Sir, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I can smell it on you and you're not able to use a card to swipe into the door. So it's
Sir,
a little...
this is not working. This is not working. Can I go pee, please?
Well, here's what I'm saying. You're trying to swipe 2 cards at the same time, which kind of shows me that you're lacking some motor functions.
Yeah, well, you're lacking manners. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. This is Ellen. She has worked at Kent State for over 2 decades. She is the Kent State Health Director, Health Rock and Roll Specialist or something. Yeah, maybe she was relentlessly calling 911 all because she couldn't quite figure out how to scan her card because she was a little too hammered. Who hasn't been there, huh? We've all been there. That door's tricky. That could fool even the most sober of us. All of us would be scanning 2 cards even without alcohol. I'm sure it's a mistake that happens often. And she just, given her position of power, perhaps a bit of entitlement. Like, hey, gonna need to start using police resources here to get this door open for me. It's fucking absurd, man. I gotta drop the sarcasm. So she's had a little bit to drink apparently, and she's trying to scan 2 cards at the same time, which is obviously not working. The door's not opening. So then she immediately resorts to calling 911 numerous times here as if it's an actual emergency, diverting resources away from what could legitimately be real possible emergencies out there that now have to deal with this shit. It is a little wacky. I'll tell you what, Ellen, not great.
I wouldn't want you to...
Can I go pee? Can I pee, please?
Yeah, here, I'll let you in to pee real quick and then we'll talk, okay? Do you have someone you could call?
My husband.
Okay. Do you want to go pee first and start working on calling him?
No, I don't. This is not okay.
What's not okay?
That you're gonna call my husband.
No, you're going to call him.
I'm fine.
I don't think you're okay to drive.
I think I'm okay to drive. I have a Tesla.
Checkmate, she has a Tesla. She can be extremely drunk and the car will get her home, no worries. What's the big deal? She has to pee. This officer just must not know who she is. This is Ellen. She's the health director. If she says she's okay to drive, she's okay to drive. She's the health director. She directs health, for crying out loud. Come on, she knows health better than all of us here. And if she just needs to tinkle a little bit, then hop in the old Tesla and get herself home while being, I guess, a little too inebriated to figure out how to open a door that I imagine she's opened thousands of times in the past, then we just need to forget about it and trust her better judgment.
Sir, I'm going to call your captain in a minute.
That's fine. You're not going to drive out of here.
You're not going to be okay.
Is there a bathroom back here you're using?
I'm sorry?
Is there a bathroom in this office you're using?
I'm going to go over there. I'm the school director of the School of Health Sciences, and I'm going to be okay.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. I just need you to call somebody for me before I go.
I'll be fine.
She's too far. Okay. So she said she walked here, though?
So it doesn't seem like it's an emergency here. She doesn't need to hit the urination station urgently. She takes a small detour here to complete a side quest where she takes off the cap and gown in her office, and then also just stays in the office for quite a while, to the point where the officers were concerned she crawled out the window to get to her vehicle and drive home. So then they go around the outside to check if she's still there, and they're about to get a big surprise.
Out to the parking lot that way. Yeah, she's trying to swipe like 2 cards at the same time to get in. No, you're not driving home.
Okay. I mean, unless she's calling up a window. I mean, the window, there's definitely windows right there.
Turns out she's just sitting in the office now. Just blankly sitting there. Kind of looked like a horror movie scene, like right before a jump scare. I don't know what she's doing. I guess maybe she went over there to start giving some students failing grades for fun. Like maybe that's what she does when she's drunk, just flunk out some students just for the hell of it. I have no idea. But the whole thing was about her not being able to get into the building and how badly she needs to pee. So she calls the police multiple times. Eventually the police show up, smell alcohol on her, realize she might be drunk because she is not able to just swipe a card to get into a building because she keeps trying to swipe 2 cards, which is preventing her from accessing it. I'm also really surprised she even called the police in the first place for that. I don't know why she wouldn't just ask any of the people around her. There's other people on this campus. I'm surprised she didn't just go to anyone else and immediately resorted to going to police. Her sense of entitlement is just that large, I suppose. So anyway, now she's in there, just sitting there. Maybe she's peeing in the seat. I doubt it. But she's just sitting there and still refusing to call someone to drive her home or get an Uber or anything, and still insists she's going to drive.
You're harassing me right now. I don't appreciate it.
No, I'm just making sure you get home okay.
I'm going to be okay.
Okay. Well, I just need to make sure you call somebody here because I don't want you driving home.
I'm going to call Captain Getman from Kent.
Who's that?
The captain of Kent, if you don't leave me alone.
What's his name?
Captain Getman of Kent. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and you're going to leave me alone.
Captain Gitman of Kent. Sounds like the name of a character from Game of Thrones. Seems like the officers don't know who that is. I don't know if that's actually their captain or not. But apparently she's got a direct line to him. So, I guess, be ready.
I'm missing a best part that's out there.
It fell down out there?
Yeah. He's going to leave me alone, and I'm going to go home and go pee, and you're going to leave me alone.
Okay, but you're not going to drive.
I'm going to drive home.
Okay, ma'am, you're not going to drive.
I'm driving home, and you're going to leave me alone. I'm fine. And you're going to leave. I have water in my car. I'm fine.
I don't care if you have water in your.
If she's not actually drunk, then it's just a pretty impressive aggression and sense of entitlement. Like, even the officers kind of chalk it up to her, you know, under the influence. But if she actually is just sober, man, what a bad attitude. Like, she seems very miserable to be around. And also, this is entirely of her own doing. She called the cops multiple times to try and get them out there. They showed up exactly like she was asking for. So, like, she brought all of it on herself.
No, you're going to leave me alone. My husband just had surgery, and I'm driving.
Okay.
Home. Sir, you're going to leave me alone? Do you want me to take a breathalyzer? I'll do that for you.
Nope, don't have one.
What?
I don't have one.
Sir, you're going to leave me alone? I'm fine.
I would have been super curious to see the breathalyzer here, because she's saying she'd take one, but the officer, I guess, doesn't have one, which was pretty surprising.
I will. I work. I have work. You can leave me alone. Look, I could not get in the building because you locked my building.
We didn't lock your building. It locks automatically. Okay. So we did you a service by letting you in here.
Okay, I could have driven home with my cap and gown. So can I go pee, please?
I never told you you couldn't. Go ahead.
Not quite the checkmate maneuver she thought that was going to be. I couldn't get in the building because you guys locked it. Which obviously didn't happen. I don't think the officers pulled one over on her here with the fast one. She was swiping 2 cards and couldn't open her own building. And was calling the authorities to come do it for her. Again, she demanded they show up. Like, it's unbelievable. And now she's like, okay, can I go pee? Come on. Grow up. I want to go pee now. Is that okay? Do I have your permission to pee? And the officer's like, yeah, just go pee. Like, no one told you not to. Like, she's been in here for a while now and has still not peed like she said she really needed to do at the very beginning. Like, it's... I don't know, it does feel like maybe she drank a little too much, even though she likes to claim she's not drunk.
Jesus Christ. I've worked here for 28 years.
I understand.
So can you give me my other card back?
I don't have your other card.
I'm not intoxicated.
Well, I think you are.
I'm glad you think I am, but I'm not. And you can have your day. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can you call somebody for me?
Sure, I will.
Can you do that right now?
I will. In my car.
Now we're starting to get into the big stalemate territory. The officers are getting, like, really annoyed here, just saying, please call someone. We cannot let you drive that vehicle while we believe you're intoxicated. And based on all the evidence here, like this interaction, she does appear to be intoxicated. She did mention drinking earlier. She claims it was just a drink. It does seem a little different. So, like, I think it's a pretty reasonable request to just say, like, can you just call someone, get an Uber, just fucking something, because drunk driving is bad. It's a terrible thing. But she continues to refuse it, and she gets more and more heated about all of it, and as you can probably imagine, it doesn't exactly go swimmingly.
Ma'am, listen, you've been here a long time. Please don't tarnish your own reputation by doing this, because we are going to arrest you if you try to leave here and drive your car. I promise. Like, you're going to be arrested. And that is not what we want to do.
So my husband is home.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you said he just had surgery and he can't drive, right?
I'll call Captain Gitman right now.
There's no Captain Gitman.
He's here at my phone.
Okay, well, go ahead.
There's no Captain Gitman that works for Kent.
He works for Kent City.
No, he doesn't.
Bye. Have a good day.
Well, explained it all you could.
Yeah.
Now it just sounds like they're sad, like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to arrest Ellen. Ellen, she's been at the university for over 2 decades as the school director of health. Oh man, shocks. Jeepers. And she just keeps going on about this Captain Gitman, who they don't know who that is, so I'm assuming she's barking up the wrong tree there. Maybe there is a Captain Gitman that exists there in her phone, but, like, what is he gonna do? Like, no, you boys, listen. She's got my permission to drunk drive home. Stand down. Like, if they don't know who Captain Gitman is, I don't think they would respect the authority of whoever answers that phone.
It is what it is at this point.
Kent City Police Officer. He reports to you.
That's not accurate.
It's totally accurate.
Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
All right. Do you have all the stuff you need?
Captain Getman, call me back. It's Ellen Glickman.
You have a lanyard on your right side under your jacket, if that's what you're looking for.
Nope, I'm looking for office keys. You guys f***ed me up. Thank you.
Are you going to be able to call anyone for me?
No, are you?
Okay. I'll take this one.
No, you would not take my.
All right. Well, right now you're under arrest.
I'm calling my husband. Stop.
Okay. Just relax. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I've made my decision. You are under arrest.
I'm calling my husband.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, I'm calling my.
This feels like someone who's probably used to bullying people to get anything she wants and just kind of steamrolling around conversations in order to come out on top. And her hardball didn't quite work here. So after quite a lengthy period of time here, she finally, at the very end, concedes, saying, "Okay, I'll call my husband. Stop." But the officers have already had enough of it at this point, because she already said she'd do that a few times and then didn't, and then tried to call the imaginary captain, fucking super sailor, whoever she was calling. So they make the decision to arrest her, because it seems like she is still going to be driving herself home, because she keeps saying she's going to.
I'm really, really sorry.
It's okay.
You're walking to this car right here.
No, I'm walking to my.
You're not walking to your car. You're not driving home.
Can you please call my husband?
No.
No, I'm really. Stop this. Call my husband. Please call my husband.
Stop.
Can you call my husband right now? Right now.
You can call him when you're being booked in.
I'm not being booked.
You are.
I'm really sorry for being an asshole.
So it's not because you're being difficult. It's because you're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
You are.
No, I'm not. Please take my phone. Please take my phone.
I already have your phone.
I'm sorry for being an asshole.
It has nothing to do with that.
I'm being an asshole. Thank you so much. Sir, I've worked here 28 years. Can I speak to somebody who's worked here a long time? Because
hold on.
I've been here 28 years. Can you please?
Have a seat.
So they take her to the facility. She reiterates numerous times that she's worked there for 28 years, this and that, flexing her position and standing in the community for so long. Eventually, her son shows up to take her home and ensure she doesn't try and drive. She was charged with disorderly conduct, intoxication. After a plea deal in community and service, it was dropped. And you'd think that's where the story ends, but it doesn't. Because after all was said and done, and this was water under the bridge, she and her husband came back to try and argue.
I'm Lieutenant Campbell. How can I help you?
I'm Ellen Glickman. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I wanted to chat with. Do you know who the officers were that night?
Yes, Officer White and Officer Womack.
So what would be the best way of chatting with them?
What kind of conversation are you wanting to have with them?
Peaceful. Yeah. I think there was errors on both sides.
Well, I'd have to disagree on that.
You do?
So, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
They were doing their jobs.
Okay.
And potentially could have saved your life by not letting you drive.
Well,
if you disagree with that, that's fine.
Shut that shit down pretty quickly. Why is she coming back here to try and argue with the officers from that night? Everything had already been settled. It had actually just totally been dropped after her community and service and plea. Yet she still wants to come over and make an issue. Like, I really think that shows her general attitude and the way that she carries herself. It is someone that is so used to, like, bullying her way through life, is the impression I get from all of this. This is just like an inexplicable decision to try and come over here and now try and have further conversations with the officers from that night. Which, no doubt, were not going to be overly peaceful, because she's already pretty upset, it seems, and still a bit heated about it, saying, oh, there were errors on both sides.
So,
wasn't drunk.
I was not inebriated.
Okay, if that's fine.
You weren't there?
No, I was not there.
Okay, so there was a lot of, he was home with cancer and was post-op for about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was not intoxicated. I was sleep deprived. I had a drink. I have PTSD from y'all. My ex-husband was a cop.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff you didn't know. I was not given the opportunity to discuss. And
you were given many opportunities, and you did not take advantage of any of them.
Okay.
It is incomprehensible how she keeps doing this. So again, all of this started because she was calling 911, relentlessly about trying to get officers over there to open a fucking door for her. That's what started all this. And now, after the whole case has been done and dusted, all settled, she still goes out here and does this kind of shit again. It's so wacky. It's just so weird. And the officer did make a good point. They very realistically could have saved her life. Even if she wasn't drunk, she doesn't appear to have been in a good condition for being behind the wheel of a car in the first place. If it was sleep deprivation or whatever was causing that, it does not appear she was in a good state to be operating a vehicle. So, like, it is a very real chance that they saved her life there. Anyway, though, this professor was insufferably self-entitled, and I just had to yap about it after watching this Midwest safety video. That's really about it. So, yeah, I don't know you, but I know enough to guess with a high level of confidence that you've been angry before. Unless I got the Dalai Lama watching or something, I bet there have been moments in your life where you've been fuming, extremely angry. It's natural. It's normal. I mean, Jiminy Christmas, earlier today, I was angry. I was driving and a spider went across my windshield, and it was a rather large spider. This puppy was set to Wumbo, and I don't have arachnophobia or anything, but I don't like them, and I certainly don't like them on my windshield. So, I pulled over, and in my cup holder had a receipt, so I thought that'll be good enough. I'll just blast it with the receipt. And as I go to do that, it hits me with like a running back move. It hits me with like a double sidestep and then jumps on my arm. Then I fucking freak out and start like slapping my arm and screaming like a maniac, and I can't find the spider anymore. That makes me frown. It makes me angry. I'm sure there's plenty of things that have made you angry. But have you ever been so angry that you light a 1.2 million square foot warehouse on fire and will most likely spend many, many years behind bars for it and film the whole thing for Instagram? Probably not, I would say. Most likely no. But I did just hear of someone who did. And it is a fascinating story because the anger makes sense. Like the reason why this employee was angry, I think a lot of people can understand. But drastic measures like this did nothing except ruin his life.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
This is a Kimberly-Clark warehouse that apparently served 50 million people. It was located in California, and a disgruntled 29-year-old employee filmed these videos, posted them on Instagram of him lighting it on fire, and it completely fucking torched it. It like incinerated this whole facility. Pretty fucking stupid plan. Extremely dangerous. Could have easily killed people in the warehouse. The fire could have spread outside of the warehouse as well. It's California. California fires, like, that spreads a lot. This could have caused so much more damage, destruction, and death in this, like, raging inferno that he created here.
Again, thankfully, nobody was injured in that fire. No firefighters or none of the employees. They were all evacuated safely.
So, Nick, we should note you were just listening in on that news conference. That's why we couldn't go right to you. So this employee, a 29-year-old, did they say what he did there at that plant?
It's unclear exactly what he did. What we know is that they house lots of Kimberly-Clark products here. Again, this is a 1.2 million square foot warehouse here. So very large space filled with products. We know that they load the trucks up and distribute them. We don't know specifically what that man did.
I feel like we have some strong evidence to what that man did. He filmed it himself. I'm surprised it wasn't streamed on Kick. Like, this has become a very common phenomenon where people film or stream themselves committing crimes, in this case, arson. So he made it very clear what he was doing and why, the motive. He was upset with the pay, saying that all they had to do was pay him enough to fucking live. which is a very real problem, something I have yapped about for years, about how so many jobs right now in the country don't actually pay their employees a livable wage. And as things keep getting more and more expensive, it's not like the pay is being risen to try and help them, enable them to live. It is a huge problem. But the solution this guy cooked up in his noodle is not the optimal play, because now all he's going to do is land himself in jail. He's not going to be getting paid there. And on top of that, all of the workers at that warehouse, they are now out of work for who knows how long, and maybe they get canned because of it. I mean, this is a huge warehouse. This is going to take a long time to rebuild and get all that inventory and stuff back. Maybe they just start laying off employees that were working there. So now he has also ruined other people's income on top of that. So it's not exactly like the best plan that he's cooked up here, as shocking as that is to hear that arson didn't save the day. It is an issue. His anger is understandable, but this didn't do anything to solve it. It's not like that this company is all of a sudden going to have a come to Jesus moment like, oh, we didn't know that by underpaying our employees, it would make them frustrated. But now that an entire 1.2 million square foot warehouse been burnt down because of our folly, we will change our ways. We now see the light. Our third eye is open. Enlightenment. Time to raise everyone's pay. It's just not going to happen.
Do is pay us enough to live.
Chilling video posted online by the suspect appears to show the moment a massive warehouse fire was deliberately set.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live.
Investigators say the man behind the camera is 29-year-old Shamel Abdul Kareem.
He was believed to be an employee of Kimberly-Clark. However, it is confirmed that he is an employee of NFI Industries, the third-party distributor of Kimberly-Clark.
Officials say he had posted grievances online before igniting the Ontario, California warehouse on fire.
Now, I've actually seen people applauding this, saying that they need to start a GoFundMe ASAP so that way they can donate to him because he's a hero. He's standing up to capitalism. Finally, enough is enough. We need more of this across the country. That's fucking ridiculous. That's like actual dangerous, stupid brain. Like, people are saying, oh, wah, 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 crying over all this lost product from, billion-dollar corporation, that kind of thing. I don't know how people can be so, out of tune with reality. It's not even about, lost products or anything. It's about how easily people could have died in that, how it could have spread way beyond just that warehouse, and how this doesn't even really affect the company all that much. They have insurance. You know who this actually affects? Is the employees that are most likely going to be out of work here while this facility is out of commission and under maintenance, so they're going to be out income, and he just threw his whole life away for this, and it's not going to do anything to actually help people get a livable wage from this company or anything like that. It's just reckless, dangerous, jeopardizing tons of people's lives and safety and the area around him. This could have caused a huge fucking problem. Like I said, it's California. Wildfires spread wider than Kash Patel's butt cheeks. In that area, this could have easily spiraled way out of control, way beyond just that warehouse as well. This is just not something anyone should be Anyway, there is something other people have pointed out as a very surprising element to the fire itself, that a warehouse of this size housing this much supply, apparently this accounts for 3% of West Coast volume for toilet paper in particular, from what I was reading. I don't know if that's confirmed or how true that is, but it is a huge facility that houses a lot of paper product. And one thing people were noting is that the fire suppression system didn't really do a whole lot to stop this. And I was doing a bit of digging because they definitely have a fire suppression system. I don't know if they maintain it, maybe it was malfunctioning. From what I read, it apparently was working. But because he started multiple fires in multiple locations, it just wasn't effective at stopping the spread. So that's how it was able to get so out of control. And also, apparently the alarms were working because they were able to get the employees out. So I do feel like the systems were functioning how they were supposed to. It's just must have started a lot of fires that overwhelmed whatever system they have there. Or maybe they just don't have the best system there. I couldn't tell you, but I saw this earlier today, and I just had to yap about it. It was fucking crazy to see. And the fact that he filmed all of it, gathered his own evidence against himself, and freely posted online, that's become so common now. People love to film their own crimes. And this is probably the biggest display of that I've seen so far. Anyway, that's really about it. Yep. Crazy week for clowns making absolute fools of themselves at sporting events in the stands. We had the Polish millionaire CEO who stole the hat from that kid, and now, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the clip, we have this Karen at a Phillies game steal a baseball from a kid. Now, I haven't used the word Karen in a while. It's been many moons since that's left my lips. It's nomenclature I've retired. It became too oversaturated and started losing its meaning. But come on, look at her. It's like she was made in a lab to be a Karen. It's like if Meat Canyon made a caricature of a Karen. She just epitomizes the meaning behind the insult. Like, it is hard not to refer to her as a Karen. Now, when I first saw this clip, I thought it was scripted. I thought this is one of those, like, planted actor moments that a lot of sporting teams do, like, where they have actors pretend like the guy's proposing to the girl and she says no and spits on him, pours her drink over his head, that kind of thing. But it's all fake, part of the show, just to be entertaining. This is just, like, so perfect that I thought it was probably just make-believe, just for the sake of, like, a viral clip. It's apparently real. I thought for sure this was just someone playing the role of a Karen, like wearing a wig and shit with the attitude, and the way the guy reacts to her approach is like cartoonish, where he like freaks out and he like throws up his hands like he's about to fight, but he does like one of these and kind of reacts the same way my mom used to during jump scares in horror movies. But it's real. And the reason he reacted that way is because she ran up on him when he wasn't looking and fucking shouted at him. So it actually did jump scare him. Like, I totally understand his reaction now after seeing the other angles. I'll show you the other angles in just a moment. But the father didn't want to keep, like, arguing with her. It seems like he just wanted that shit to end ASAP. So he put the kibosh on it by just saying, here, fine, take the ball. Just leave us alone, you fucking Scrooge. Just get out of here. Just scram. So, like, he's just like, okay, whatever, take the ball. And she leaves. So now she has taken the ball away from that guy's son. Because he got the ball and immediately gave it to his son. And the kid looks very upset about it. Not that it looks like the lady gives a fuck at all. This might be the happiest moment of her life. It looks like she feeds off misery. She's like a fucking Dementor here, making sure that she saps the fun away from the other people in the stands. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. Let me show you another angle, though, of her talking is not the right word for it. Yelling at the guy. God, the voice of a banshee. She is screeching at him about how he took it from her. So she is claiming that when the ball was hit into the stands, she had her hands on it first and he ripped it out of her paws. I decided to break out my monocle and cosplay as a detective here, seeing if I could find evidence to support her claim that she had it first and he took it from her hands. So I decided to walk it through state-of-the-art technology and put it into slow motion here, so that way I could try and analyze the footage to see if I could find any proof of the claim. But unfortunately, there are no conclusive results because the individual in the green shirt in front there blocks it, which kind of like censors what happens. But trying to activate my mind's eye here and like try x-ray vision, it looks like she and the guy next to her do actually like get close to the ball. But from where the guy in the red shirt gets it, it seems too far away for them to have reached it. So I think what happened is they might have like tried to get it and they might have like even, touched it, but it doesn't look like they ever actually grabbed it. It looks more like they were trying to recover a fumble in football and it got away from them. Plus, I don't see any like obvious ripping motion from the dad here. Like if he ripped it out of her hands, you would see him like have like resistance, like he'd have to like pull it away from something, but instead it looks more like he just grabs it and then walks away with it. If she was actually holding on to it and he tore it from her hands like she's claiming, there would have been like a struggle, like resistance there, which I just don't see in the clip. So I find her claims a bit dubious. It's hard to know for sure with 100% certainty, obviously, because you can't see it, but it just doesn't, like, what I can tell doesn't lead me to believe that she's right, that he took it away from them. To me, it seems like she believes the ball belonged to her because it did, like, hit their seats. You can actually see it hit the seats, like, closest to them in this other angle here, but it doesn't look like they ever actually got their hands on it. It doesn't look like she ever actually had the ball, like gripped it, or maybe even touched it. Like, I'm not even sure she ever even, like, actually touched the ball at any point. It looked like it rolled away from them after it hit the chairs.
You asshole! You fucking asshole! Hey, get out of there!
You see what I mean? I don't think she ever actually had the ball. I think there's a bunch of barnacles that she's trying to pull here, and then, like, attacking the guy to get the ball back to her. It's hers. It's her precious. And then he just decides just to stop all this, hoopla. Which actually ended up being a really good decision because his son got more than just a baseball. The kid actually did get to go get a signed bat from one of the Phillies players. So it ended up working out really well there. And now this lady just has a ball that's got a lot of, like, fucking cursed energy on it now from this absolute fucking diabolical display that she put on. Now, I would like to show you, though, that she doesn't just take out her wrath on this father here. All the people around them were making fun of her for it, so she went, like, up into some other guy's face yelling at him.
Yeah, you tell it! Woo! Oh, shit!
I had to cut the audio from this part here because of a song that plays during it, but she gets right up in this guy's face barking at him. So I'm guessing he was saying something about, like, her behavior being embarrassing or something, so she did not take that lightly.
The classes are up! Karen is ready! Yeah! Wow! Put your glasses on!
The guy filming this had me giggling when he went full Adam Sandler there at the end. Jeremy! Doing one of those. But yeah, everyone around them that saw this happen is now making fun of her. And she's very upset about it, so she literally goes into that guy's face, like, hooting and hollering, and then she's like bragging about, having the ball now, this and that. So she seems pretty insufferable. From everything I've seen, I don't think there's anything to support her side of the story that she had the ball and this guy ripped it from her hands. I see nothing to indicate that being the case. And it seems like even, Phillies and Marlins here, like the actual organizations, are on the father's side here that what happened was pretty uncalled for. Anyway, though, wanted to talk about this a bit because everyone is dunking on her right now. This is once again blown up to the same levels as, like, the Polish CEO. It's pretty crazy how often this is happening now. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a bit. That's it. So yeah. Wahoo! Is something you won't be saying if you see the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. It'll be more like it's not amazing, but it's not nearly as bad as a lot of people are claiming that it is. Well, I say not nearly as bad, but that's a bit too generous. It is almost as bad as some of the reviews claim. It's not very good, is the point. And this is coming from someone that liked the last Mario movie, even though a lot of people like to spit and shit on it for being, like, too simple and not, great movie overall. I'm just okay with that because it's a fucking Mario movie. I'm fine with it being simple. It was entertaining, and I think it did what it needed to do to be enjoyable for anyone. Like, not just for kids. Like, even families, I think, could go there and just have a good time. Like, the parents wouldn't, like, be miserable. With Super Mario Galaxy, though, I think adults will be miserable. Kids probably won't care because this is Jingling Keys, the movie. That's how a lot of people are describing it. It's very accurate. This movie is all over the place, just constantly, going nuts to butts here with cameo. Here's plotline. We're abandoning this plotline for new plotline, and then coming back to this one, just all over the place. It's a jumbled mess. But there's no doubt in my mind this is easily going to gross over $1 billion, and I'm confident kids are going to love it. As I said, it is just a movie where it is just always go, go, go. Here's thing happen, and then thing solve, so new thing can happen to then instantly solve to get to next thing that happen. Without a whole lot else there. So I'm very confident that kids are going to really like the film, and I also think if you're just a big fan and just want to see, Mario on the big screen again, you're not going to give a shit if it's not a typical good film per se, because it's going to show you a lot of things that you'll recognize and get excited and hype about, like a 2D segment where you'll be like, oh fuck, I remember playing something that looked just like that on my Game Boy, and look at how many things are happening in that over there. It's all colorful, and the animation is extremely good. This is what I wanted. And then that's nothing wrong with that. All power to you. But that being said, it's not an amazing film, and there's nothing wrong with pointing that out. Yes, it is clearly designed for a young audience. This, I think, is even more of a kid's film than the last Mario Brothers movie was. But that doesn't mean that you still can't point out some of its flaws. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and backwards long jump here into the review. There's going to be spoilers. Fair warning if you care about that for this movie. So I'll give you the big compliments. I'll give you a little bit of glaze here. I think the animation is beautiful. I think it is visually very nice to look at, and I think the action pops. So when there's a fight between Bowser Jr. and Mario and Luigi and Yoshi, it's pretty enjoyable. By far the biggest superstar here, the real, shining standout is the music. I liked the music in the first Mario movie, and I actually like the music in this one even more. They fucking crush it on the score here. They take iconic Mario tracks and they remix and fucking reflafitate those puppies, and they sound great here. They're recognizable but different, and they fit so fucking well in the movie. It is the best part of the movie is the music. And those are the only two real compliments I can give it. So, let's start with something I've already briefly dropped some breadcrumbs on, which is just how messy the structure is. There are multiple times in this film where it introduces a plot element and then abandons it. So a big thing is in the beginning, Bowser's turning a new leaf. He's getting more in touch with his emotions. He starts becoming friends with Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Yoshi gets introduced very early into the film. They become best buds, inseparable immediately. Bowser is, he's been hit with Mini instead of Wumbo, but then eventually gets Wumbo-ized, and he still is buddies with the crew. And Mario's, of course, skeptical, but Bowser actually makes a pretty big sacrifice in order to protect Mario, Luigi, and the gang. And then, immediately after making that sacrifice, where he has to work in the mines, Bowser Jr. just abducts him. And then the second he gets abducted, he's like, those are my friends. And Bowser Jr.'s like, yeah, but friends are a weakness. He's like, you know what, you're right. And then that's it. That's the end of that whole thing that they just spent I don't know, a good 15 minutes building up, and you think it's going to play a role and be something that they teeter around with. But no, it just completely gets abandoned. They wipe their ass with it. It's just like that. He goes, oh, you're right. Friends are cringe. And then that's the end of it. It doesn't come up again at all in the film. And there's a couple other examples of things like that where they introduce something or a plot element only to immediately get rid of it. That's just the most egregious. And another thing that keeps happening in this movie is that something will happen, and then it's this big problem. For example, this has already been spoiled. I can't believe they dropped this before the movie came out. Fox McCloud is in this movie. Actually would have been a super hype reveal if I didn't see all the press about Fox McCloud being in this film. But he's here. He's probably the coolest character they introduce. And Fox McCloud is taking them to the planet that Rosalina's been captured, and on the way there, things kind of go tits up, and they end up crashing on another planet that seems like it's going to be a huge hurdle. Oh no, the spaceship is kaput. Yeah, it went kablooey, and now we're stuck here. What are we going to do? But then luckily, Luigi did a single 5-second broadcast that the Rosalina's children picked up on, and here they come scooting in sideways right to this planet in the middle of fucking nowhere. They just come right in. Fox takes the ship, and then they go maybe 2 blocks in the solar system to planet Bowser, which is a brand new planet that luckily is only a tiny little stroll away, just literally like maybe 25 feet away from this planet that they've crashed on, and now they have a ship so they can go there and do the final fight. It's just a whole movie that feels like it wants to speed run through things to make you point at the screen and go, oh, I recognize that. But nothing really connects. Like, there's some characters in here that you'll recognize from the games, maybe some boss fights, I don't want to spoil any of those, but they're in here as little cameos, but utilized in such a small capacity that it feels like such a sad, disappointing waste of these characters, where they're there for literally like a split second or a single scene, and then never utilized again. Like, a couple of the Easter eggs they put there were cool, but then they have entire characters that you'll know from the games that feel like they probably should have had a bigger role to play, but instead are just binged for the sake of showing, like, oh, on the casino planet, they shot a couple of spitballs. And now they're gone. It's just, I don't know. It feels like it just wants to run through everything that you'll recognize from the games without having it actually flow in any way. Whereas the last Mario Brothers movie, even though it was like simple, it did feel like we got like a cohesive journey. At times, maybe it stumbled a little bit, but here, this movie is just always like, and then they go here. And then they teleport here. And then they get hit by a baby blaster, a baby ray that turns Mario and Luigi into babies, and they crash onto a dinosaur planet, but then they get rescued immediately, and then they go to Planet Bowser right away. It's just, I don't know, nothing to me really flows at all, so it's just disjointed, and it leads it to just feeling like really hollow and just trying really hard to capitalize off you being like, oh, I recognize that, how cool. And like I said, there are a couple Easter egg moments that are cool. Again, Fox McCloud, if it wasn't already spoiled for me, would have been like a very shocking surprise to see in this film. And he is cool in this movie. He doesn't have a lot to do. I'll go ahead and spoil that. He has like very little to do. Like, he does like a bit of space combat, gets hit with the baby blaster, they crash on the dinosaur planet, and then he drives them to Planet Bowser. He has maybe like 8 or 9 lines, if that. So it's like very little that he has, but I mean, he is a cool presence there. But like I said, it's just one of those things where it feels like they wanted to shoehorn in as many things as possible that you would recognize from their properties. So like, even Game & Watch is here for like a very brief appearance in a fight. But you want to know who's not really here, and it's very odd decision? Rosalina and Loomis, by extension. It's a Super Mario Galaxy movie with very, very little Rosalina in it. Like, I actually think Fox McCloud has more screen time. I haven't checked the stats or anything on it. I would wager Fox McCloud, who is a supporting character, but also, like I said, doesn't have a whole ton to contribute here. I still think Fox McCloud has more screen time and probably more lines than Rosalina. Very odd choice, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't really know what that decision was. Anyway, no real reason to keep yapping about it. It's not an amazing movie. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people are saying it is, but it's still not very good. I think it is a big step down from the last Mario Brothers movie, though. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. I, like most people, enjoyed Neil deGrasse Tyson's work. I loved Cosmos, I liked Star Talk, and I thought of him as a very positive figure in the scientific community, making science fun for everyone, entertaining to a younger demographic, and just enjoyable overall. And that all changed when I followed him on Twitter. This dude's Twitter is fucking nuts. It seems like he's completely separated himself from even the most basic level of humanity. It's like he went so deep into the cosmos that he popped out of the universe's asshole, saw a bunch of shit that he didn't like, re-entered the universe's butthole like a finger during a prostate exam, and now he's just a weird Twitter lunatic. Today, in light of the recent tragedies, he had the audacity to tweet this shit out. Now, a lot of pseudo-intellectual Redditors were like, oh, why is everyone all upset? He's just spouting facts. And yes, while the statistics he lists here are accurate, although the medical death number there is a little misleading, I recommend you look into that and why it is the way it is right there. It doesn't matter, because what his tweet here reads is, it basically just trivializes the mass shootings, which is such a fucked up take. It's like he's a death hipster. Yeah, I was appreciating deaths over 48 hours before it was cool by the media, as he fucking smokes a joint and then sniffs his own farts. It's such a horrible take on a tragedy, double tragedy. I just can't believe that he would sit there, look up the stats, because there's no way he knew it by memory. He just wanted to compare this to bigger numbers to try and trivialize it. Like, I don't understand what point he's making, to be honest. I guess the point he's making is people are dying all the time, but we only care when the media picks up on it. But that's such a weird fucking hill to die on, because the deaths he lists here, save for the deaths via handgun, are deaths that are actively being worked towards fixing. Shit that are accidents, literally accidents. The mass shootings were deliberate attempts to kill people. People going to Walmart to buy fucking yogurt and shit, getting blasted by a lunatic. I can't even believe that he would compare something like that to a car accident. It's unbelievable to me, and it made me so fucking upset, because again, I did like this guy. I haven't liked him for a little while because I followed his Twitter, but man, he is so disconnected from just actual humanity. It's sickening. It's a guy, he's like the real life Rick Sanchez with no humor about him or wit or really anything good about Rick Sanchez. The only thing he has from Rick is that he's into science and he doesn't give a shit about anything, I guess. It's just so fucking wild to me. This is actually something we talked about on the official podcast today. This basically boils down to that argument people make all the time, like, shit, I got a bad grade and, you know, I hurt my ankle so I can't play basketball. I'm not doing well. I'm going through some shit. And then your friend or someone you don't really know that well says, oh yeah? Well, there's people starving in other parts of the world, so think about that for a little perspective. You don't have it that bad, Cody. It's really not that bad compared to someone else. Just invalidating what you're going through, trivializing it because people have it worse. Which is incredibly fucking stupid, because no one has the right to tell you how you should be feeling. It's like the same thing with depression. Oh, why are you depressed? You have all this good shit going for you. By that same metric, no one should be allowed to be happy except for Jeff Bezos, because he is the happiest man in the world, so how could anyone else be happy? Oh, what are you happy for? Oh, you just graduated college? Yeah, Jeff Bezos has $100 billion. Why are you happy, pussy? Does that sound right? Let's get rid of happiness because no one's as happy and well off as Jeff Bezos. It's the stupidest fucking argument. It's downright deplorable, and it's exactly what Neil has done with mass shootings. Imagine him saying this to the families of one of the victims. Yeah, hey look, I know your son was just killed in this shooting, but did you know 200 some people are dying every 48 hours from suicide? You really shouldn't get this emotional just because it's a spectacle. Oh, thank you, Neil. Yes, I needed that statistical drop of wisdom right there. You telling me that makes it a much easier pill to swallow. Thank you so much, Neil, for your sage advice. You omniscient being of science. It's just, I have no fucking idea what you're doing with this tweet. I really just don't get it. It's so fucked up. I just can't believe that anyone would defend that complete lack of sympathy or really just lack of emotion in general. Here's some cold hard statistics that are in no way related to a mass shooting, but these are bigger numbers, so bang, I'm just gonna jerk that off onto Twitter. Enjoy my science, dick. I really just can't stand this guy anymore. His whole Twitter is like this. The tweet right underneath this one, the one he tweeted before this, also grinds my nutsack to a dust as well. Fucking mortar and pestles it into a fine powder. It's about a poster for a horror movie that has a snowflake on it, and Neil deGrasse Tyson gives this little, oh, this is a very accurate snowflake. Oh, if I was an elementary school teacher, I would be giving this one an A+. It is the most scientifically accurate representation of a snowflake I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. It's amazing. What a snowflake. That's his whole fucking Twitter feed. He is literally the meme of, well, actually, as he wiggles his finger into a conversation. That's his whole goddamn Twitter. I know he had that viral tweet a while back, you know, when the new Hobbit movie came out, and he's like, hey, well, if the hobbits were actually this short, their digestive tract would be very small, and their shits would be only about 5 centimeters long. You know, get a load of that. They wouldn't be taking big shits at all, and their feet couldn't be that big. It was just stupid garbage nonsense. And not even a week ago, Neil deGrasse Tyson was snorting lines of coke and tweeting, melting down about the fucking Disney Frozen 2 snowflake not being an accurate representation of a snowflake. And then he, you know, makes this whole hoopla about it because, God forbid, an animation be a little bit different in its representation of a snowflake. So Neil deGrasse Tyson's just the preeminent expert on all things snowflake related, and shame on Disney for not contacting him about how it should look in their movie. I don't know if this was supposed to be a joke, but it doesn't read as a joke, it doesn't work as a joke, and then he goes on to like justify him criticizing it and wanting it changed, so he clearly didn't frame it as a joke. He was just like, hey, this is fucking wrong, and I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, so I'm putting my whole fucking dick in here, and I just don't get it. This man doesn't understand like humanity anymore. All he understands is garbage, Twitter garbage, and shit like that. He's a shit poster, an edgelord shit poster now. I just don't know what's gone on. He's just become, well, it's not even he's become, his whole Twitter's been like this, but he's just this fucking Twitter asshole, man. and it's super sad. But he's been like a harmless edgelord. Like the Disney Frozen 2 shit, that's pretty trivial in comparison to his tweet today. That's just downright evil in my opinion. Yeah, let me go ahead and take this stance on it where only 34 people died. Look at all these other people that have died over 48 hours. Pretty silly in comparison, right? You guys only care about the big spectacles. You're such a fucking asshole, Neil. You really are, man. Just take a step back and realize the kind of shit that you're saying and how it comes across. I really don't even know your intention behind the tweet. Some people are saying, oh, he had a good intention behind it but framed it wrong and phrased it wrong in a bad way. But I don't see how that's ever a good intention, to point out other problems that people are aware exist and are actively trying to work on, whereas mass shootings in the US are a huge problem that no one really has a solution on. So what's the point in comparing the two? There's no overlap. Yeah, they're both problems. That's the only thing they have in common. It's just so insensitive and fucked up. That's about it. So yeah. You saw Ticketmaster is officially an illegal monopoly now. I saw the headlines. I haven't looked into it. Let me see. I hesitate to believe that, though. There was a big effort to shut this down. So I'd be shocked if they did actually follow through and designate them an illegal monopoly. There's got to be some kind of caveat. Jury finds Live Nation Ticketmaster illegal monopoly that overcharged fans. Trump administration dropped out of the trial, but 33 states kept fighting. This I didn't know. Once Trump came in because of Trump always steps in when there's donations on the line. I remember the administration came in to try and wash it. I thought it was kaput. I didn't realize they kept going. Wait a minute, this could be huge then. Federal jury ruled today that Live Nation and its Ticketmaster subsidiary operate an illegal monopoly that overcharged fans for tickets, handing a win to U.S. states that continue to trial even after the Trump administration dropped out. Jury found that Ticketmaster unlawfully maintains a monopoly in the market for ticketing services at major concert venues, and that Live Nation has a monopoly in the market for large amphitheaters used by artists. Whoa. Whoa, wait. This came from the office of Attorney General Letitia James. You might recognize her name because she's the one that's currently suing Valve. You telling me she actually does real lawsuits that aren't dog shit? Is that possible? Unless I'm misremembering, I'm pretty sure it's Letitia James that's suing Valve. I'll double check. I'm nearly 100% sure though. Yeah. New York Attorney General Letitia James sues Valve Corporation. That was February 25th, 2026. Very interesting. Live Nation unlawfully requires artists who use the amphitheaters it owns to also use its event promotion services, and that fans have been overcharged for concert tickets at major concert venues across the country, which anyone who's been to a concert over the last decade will tell you. Ticketmaster overcharged states by $1.72 per ticket and about what the state had estimated. Evidence at trial showed that a Live Nation regional director boasted a gouging ticket buyers and robbing them blind, we covered that, with fees for ancillary services such as slight parking upgrades. The verdict could cost Live Nation and Ticketmaster hundreds of millions of dollars just for the $1.72 per ticket that the jury found Ticketmaster had overcharged consumers in 22 states. Great news. Actually, wonderful news. I thought for sure this was kaput after the Trump administration stepped in to try and help the monopoly. The Trump administration last month decided to drop out of the case that began during the Biden era. U.S. blindsided states by announcing a settlement with Live Nation during the trial, forcing states to take over the lead role. Trump administration gave up the fight and wanted to let these companies off the hook easily. But we kept fighting for every Arizonan who had been charged too much by this illegal monopoly, and we won. Trump admin agreed to stop pursuing a breakup of Live Nation and Ticketmaster as part of the settlement. The terms reportedly included changes to business practices and civil penalties of up to $280 million for states that opted to join the settlement, but only 6 states joined the deal, and they will reportedly receive a total of $18.6 million. So no more overpriced tickets. Okay, let's not get carried away, brother. This is good news, but it's not like it actually solves the full problem. At least not yet. It is a step in the right direction, though. You see the 26-year-old that died in the fake ICU. 26-year-old Connor Hilton of North Haven died August 2024 at a Bridgeport Hospital Milford campus after being admitted for pancreatitis. Parents are now suing Yale New Haven Health and Northeast Medical Group for negligence in a wrongful death claim. So here, I haven't read this article, but where does it talk about what happened? Because it's pretty wild. So according to the state report, Hilton did not see, this is after he had presented with his signs of pancreatitis. They admitted him to the ICU, but they didn't administer any medication to address the alcohol withdrawal or anything like that. According to the state report, Hilton did not see an in-person physician a single time in the 4 hours he was moved to the ICU. Instead, his in-person care team consulted virtually with a remote tele-ICU model. So they literally have just telehealthing your doctors instead of like actually saving your life in the ICU. How cool is that, huh? He was pronounced dead via video screen shared by the remote physician, by the way. Very, very sad and very scary. AI doctors next. Yep. This is the first of its kind, but it won't be the last. I feel like there would be too many liabilities to have AI-only doctors. You would think, but I'm pretty confident that the lawsuits and liabilities would still be cheaper for them. Like they're going to save more money just battling those and settling than they would just paying doctors and hospital staff. The wait to see is that's something I wanted to talk about a couple days ago and forgot. If any of you follow the gaming channel, in the most recent league tournament we played in, Andrew was talking about his kidney stones. This was like a month ago now. Well, Andrew was never able to pass those kidney stones. And according to like the doctor and the tests, which by the way, he had to wait like a long time in between everything. And he said like it was very dangerous because he couldn't pass the kidney stones and the kidney stone was quite large. So for over the course of, I think, now, because at that time when we were in that tournament, it had already been like 2 weeks or something. So I think in total it was like a month and a half with him in like excruciating pain, not able to see a doctor, not able to have a surgery, not even able to get the imaging until like weeks of discomfort. They didn't have any availability and wouldn't do anything for him. And then finally, this last Friday, he was able to like strong arm his way into an operation or into whatever gets rid of the kidney stones. I don't exactly know how it all works, but it's brutal. That is brutal. The wait for like specialists and stuff, yeah. I don't exactly know how it all shook out with his kidney stones because it was such a long, miserable process for him. But he was telling me a little bit about it like on last Tuesday or something. And he still had them. Crazy. Like, I knew the waits were long, but I didn't know they were that long for... I don't even know, is that even like a specialist though? Because I think it was just like general procedure, right? But maybe it is. Scary stuff, man, scary stuff. And we're going to endocrinologist and we're booking onto August, September right now. Oh. Horrifying. Drinking soda doesn't help, right? With kidney stones? No, man. No, soda doesn't cure them. Soda's actually pretty bad for kidney stones, if you can believe that. Did he drink a lot of soda? No, not really. He said he's, according to him, he said he's been prone to kidney stones, but just hadn't had any for like the last 4 years. So it's something that he's just always had like a predisposition for. And recently he's been drinking like more energy drinks and stuff throughout the day. So he said it was probably from that. What about Red Bull? Yeah, I think he was a Monster guy. Well, I say was, he's still alive. I think Andrew mainly drinks Monster from what I've seen. You saw RFK Jr. stole a dead raccoon's penis in front of his kids to study it. I saw that headline, and I feel like that told me all I needed to know. He's a scientist. He's used his own body as a canvas for means of study. He's testing the human limits with meth and that brain worm. So of course he's going to study raccoon penis, I believe it. RFK Jr. is also starting a podcast. Is he? Hype. We were running low on podcasts. He has the smoothest and perfect voice for it, too. That's true. That is a good point. Thoughts on the AI Val Kilmer movie coming out? The AI Val Kilmer movie. What? As Deep as the Grave. Val Kilmer AI Performance 2026. Wait. Are we on the cusp of peak? This is what the cinema's been demanding. There he is! Very Bird Box coded.
Show. Lee.
Wow. What a cool tagline. Wait, what? Some stories were too hidden to be found. That's some shit I would have wrote on like my 4th grade Pixo website, coldflames.pixo. Flames so hot they were cold. They think this is Uncharted, bro. For sure. Damn, that is a hot tagline. This shit was so hidden, but Val Kilmer found it. Oh, it's a true story. Where'd they hide it?
Don't fear the dead, and don't fear me.
Wow, that was something that was incredible. Apparently he gave permission before he died, so I don't even know anymore. That's just so fucking sad, man. That's just so sad. I'm gonna look that up. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, I'll read this. He had been cast in the film before Pass, but was not well enough to shoot his scenes. As noted in a release from production company First Line Films, Voorhees opted to digitally create Kilmer's performance with the support of the late star's daughter. So it was the daughter that okayed it. I don't know about that. When are you getting your Northern Line cruise ticket? Leaves from Tampa, so it's perfect for you. We're heavily debating getting Aaron on that cruise. And it also, especially because it goes through his birthday. He said he'd do it, but we're not convinced it would be a good video. I really think it would just end up being fucking miserable for him. We're still cooking on it in the lab, debating if it's worth. Thought you were anti-travel, brother. I would never go on a cruise. I hate the idea of a cruise. You're literally on a fucking floating prison. Can't leave even if you want to. You're just stuck there. And I'm not like a big gambler, so I don't care about the casinos. I'm not a big water park guy, so I don't care about the water parks. Food's cool, but I could also just eat food on land and go home. I would never go on a cruise. I hate the idea of it. Then you have horror stories like the poop cruise. All kinds of awful stuff. But we were thinking about sending Aaron on the Northern Line Super Cruise. Just to document that. Imagine it ends up being Titanic 2. Aaron's footage would be huge in that case. Like, the idea is silly, and Aaron's, like, super open to doing it. It's just genuinely one of those things where, like, the idea might be more fun than the actual thing. Because I think inevitably what's going to happen... For those that don't know what we're even yapping about, I'll pull it up real quick.
My mom...
Here. So, Northern Lion, as well as some other streamers, are doing a cruise. And it's leaving out of Tampa for some reason. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. So it's a streamer cruise where the chat is on the vessel with the streamers that they adore. The characters that would show up for that could be something beyond human imagination. So like the idea conceptually of sending Aaron on this as like a scout or like a basically a wartime journalist is like a really silly, fun idea for TOC. But this is actually his birthday. Like, we would literally be sending him to streamer cruise jail for his birthday. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it feels cruel. It is real. No, Northern Lion has confirmed this is real. And it leaves out of Tampa. Like, it leaves out of Tampa. And the whole thing is, the fans get to go there on the cruise, and they get to have a Q&A. They get to watch the live stream in person. I don't know what the variety shows really consist of. Hopefully a talent show will get Aaron up there and juggle for him. Or maybe deliver like a tight 5 stand-up. It's actually a gift and it's only $2,100. Well, actually the cheapest tickets are $1,800. So we'd put Aaron in the fucking nosebleeds or whatever it is on the cruise. Whatever like the stowaway section is for $1,800. They'll have him come out to go to the Northern Lion Q&A and watch him play some Slay the Spire. We have to get him the squad up ticket. That was another thing we kicked around, because Danny said he'd be willing to duo with him, get the duo Q ticket bundle or whatever. Danny loves cruises, but he might be on his honeymoon at this time, so he's not sure. I just don't know if it's... like, the idea itself is silly and wacky, but genuinely the video might just be terrible. Might just actually be terrible. And then we just wasted Aaron's whole birthday. And it'd feel bad. You know damn well everyone but the streamers will be treated like prisoners with extremely limited access. So I think what it is, I could be wrong. I'm still a little confused on it. I think it is a normal cruise, like a completely normal cruise. This isn't like Northern Lion's private dinghy, like it's not his vessel that's cruising. I think it is an entirely normal cruise that Northern Lion and the other streamers that are listed have with a section booked. So like they have their own streamer section. So what it would be is the fans book the normal cruise through Northern Lion's super cruise, and they are their guests basically. They're there for them, but they get access to the whole crew, or the whole cruise, and very limited access, I imagine, to the streamers for their own safety. Because I bet if the fans just get to like be around them at all time, it would be like piranhas. It would be like chimpanzees like ripping their flesh off. Are you going to christen the vessel in Tampa? Yeah, I'll go out there and I'll break the champagne on the cruise and spank it on the ass. And then I'll give Aaron a big salute on his way out on the streamer super cruise. Last Flag came out, the Imagine Dragons game, peak player 558. Will you play it? I mean, I played the tech test or whatever it was, the beta, I don't know. I didn't love it, so probably not. I don't see why I would. Wubby got sponsored by them a few streams ago. Wubby got sponsored by Last Flag. No way, why? Oh yeah. There he is, playing a little bit of Last Flag. That Imagine's Dragon money hit. Tyler 1 was sponsored to play it too. Damn, they had a big sponsorship campaign. That's Imagine Dragons, baby. I'm curious, hold on. So Tyler 1, Wubby, Fan. Look, it looks like a lot of people got sponsored for Last Flag. How did that do for the player count? Peak player count of 556. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I truly think sponsoring streamers to play a game is completely fucking worthless. Genuinely. Unless your game's just already successful and you just want to get like a stronger word of mouth out there, I just don't really even see the point Like, if you have a game that doesn't have, like, legs on its own, there's just no value out of paying streamers to try and pump it. And isn't Last Flag free? It's $12. Wow, that... Okay, that explains a lot. Didn't they pay you to play Dying Light the Beast? Yeah, I was playing it anyway. And that's what I just said. I feel like that makes more sense if you already have a game that's going to be strong, and you just want more word of mouth. I get that. But, like, this game, you don't get anything out of it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Because the streamers, it's very clear, aren't really into it. I don't get it. I used to think differently. I used to think that this was, like, a really smart strategy for up-and-coming games to, like, snatch up a bunch of streamers to try and pump it off rip. But it just doesn't work. Maybe it did back then. It doesn't now. Now the sponsored streams for, like, big games are the ones that I get. That makes sense. I don't know what else they could do with the money. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that this strategy just doesn't work. Probably better off spending those resources making the game better. And have people, like, actually want to play it. But I don't know what the solution is. But yeah, I definitely take... Like, very rarely I'll take, like, sponsored streams for games that I know I'm gonna like. Like Dying Light the Beast. That was the last one I did. Or Warframe. But those are games I play. And like a lot. Warframe was one of my most played games on Steam. All the way up until, like, 2023. And it's still in, like, my top 5 most hours on Steam. I understand why a streamer would take it. Oh, I totally get that. I'm not saying for the streamer's perspective. I'm talking from the company. Like, I don't understand why Imagine Dragons guy would even be like, alright, let's start paying out the ass for all these streamers who aren't interested in our game, we're never going to play it, to play our game on stream for 2 hours to an audience that doesn't want to watch it. It just, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Because it doesn't work. If you saw Whoopi's chat during that stream, they were dogpiling it. And I feel like that happens every time. Like, genuinely. Again, I think that money could have just been better spent making the game better. Like, I don't know where else the marketing budget would go. Like, I guess... Maybe choose streamers who might have actually played it organically. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't care. It's good for the streamers, I guess. It just makes no sense for the company. Reminds me of King of Meat with what they chose to... Yeah, exactly. King of Meat is really the one that's completely changed my tune on how games market. King of Meat, which is shut down now, by the way. R.I.P. King of Meat. King of Meat paid hundreds of thousands, presumably, maybe even in the millions, for that really tight Mr. Beast sponsorship, where Mr. Beast even made a full dedicated video, millions of views, even had a Mr. Beast game mode in King of Meat, and it had, what, 200 peak players ever and then died? Yeah, Amazon game, by the way. And they also sponsored a ton of other people as well for King of Meat. Only ever getting 200 players or something. If that, it might have been less. So think about, like, the millions of dollars they spent there just going into making a good game. Or, like, even like, let's say they don't want to make the game any better. They could have taken that and given it to, like, Fall Guys streamers or something. Something, like, genuinely adjacent to the game they are making, where the community might want to play it, or the streamer might have been interested in checking it out. Mind's Eye also paid a ton of streamers to play it, and it made the game look worse. Mind's Eye is another great example. Yes, exactly. Hey man, but that, again, it's good for the streamers that companies keep doing it. I just don't know why they keep doing it. Just keep farming it, though. This shit's crazy. The whole friend group tried to play Arc Raiders out of nowhere, just word of mouth. Word of mouth is like the most powerful thing in the modern day and age. Anything organic, or at least appearing organic. I think a lot of it's fucking psyop like Nidos and all that, but word of mouth is huge. I was curious, it looks like Burnt Peanut was also sponsored by Last Flag? What the fuck? Holy shit, how much money did they pay on the streamer, the sponsored streams? He still has the banner up. Hold on. Just that alone, just having the burnt peanut as a sponsored streamer was probably like, I would say comfortably, let's see how long he played, comfortably 6 figures. Yeah, you're right. He played it yesterday. The VOD has 1.2 million views, by the way. 500 players on Steam, peak. If a company sponsor you to play a game, what game you play for sponsor? Games that I know I'm going to like, games that I'm already going to play. Like, I'm playing Pragmata this week. If Pragmata wants to sponsor it, sure. I'm playing it regardless. I'm very excited for Pragmata. Dying Light the Beast. Warframe. PoE 2. For the last league. Well, not the last league. The league before last league. When I was grinding the fuck out of that league. Games like that. But I think it makes a lot of sense for streamers just to farm these kind of huge paychecks. There's no reason not to, even though the game is just not good. So yeah, it looks like he played it for like 2.5 hours. That was easily a 6-figure deal. And nobody from the Burnt Peanut community checked out the game. Have you heard of FandomCon 2026? It was a scammy convention that went on in San Jose. A lot of upset vendors and drama. FandomCon? No. It looks like it has more going on than Barbie Dreamfest and the Willy Wonka experience, at least. Badly run show with very few guests, overpromised and way underdelivered. Badges were given out without lanyards, or with leftover lanyards from 2 years ago. Artist Alley was 25 artists. They seemed unhappy, audibly complaining about poor staff communication. AI art on sale. One Redditor went to see the voice actor from Freerun who dropped out with only a quiet announcement. There was a disco area on the main floor. I bet that was lit. And it was silent the whole time, aside from one individual sitting there wearing headphones. Registration staff knew nothing, couldn't reach anyone who did. Friday guests were left standing while the showrunner walked off mid-promise to get them set up. Only a few dealers actually showed up. Includes 2 3D printed dragon guys and one of those mass-produced crochet flower trinket stalls. And another 4 or 5 booths were advertising other conventions, and one was selling AT&T. No comics. Saturday was worst attendance. Most vendors closed booth early. Unusual heavy rain that weekend, and Food Fest outside was canceled. Nothing to do. We were done browsing everything, with taking our time after an hour. General vibe was empty and sad.
Welcome back. It's now the afternoon. It is 3:37 and it's still pretty quiet. Yeah, there's a little more foot traffic, but it's
pretty quiet. That was Helldivers right next to you.
It's not like cooling to sales. Pretty quiet. Yeah, there's a little more foot traffic, but it's not like cooling to sales. Some people are slowly breaking down now. A lot of people did not make their booths, and then some they would have talked to. They promised the moon and the stars. There were no stars. Only this cute Ragatha. She's awesome. They have stuff, but it's not a very big event, so you could get through it in less than an hour, maybe 2. It doesn't have like redo value, honestly. A lot of sellers are mad, a lot of vendors are mad, a lot of artists are mad. This is just, don't tell us 10,000 people. Where are these 10,000 people? This is not 10,000.
The rain scared them away.
5,000. This 10 thing. You see that there's so much empty spaces. Actually, this area has no traffic, so because it's facing the wall, and this area just
seems fun. This video got taken down, calling it ScamCon. I think they are worried about a defamation lawsuit or something. SantaCon also got shut down today. The organizer got arrested by the feds. The organizer of SantaCon got taken in by the authorities? What? SantaCon leader ran his own $1 million convention US. What? Let's start at the beginning. What is SantaCon? Is this not like a Santa Claus thing? Oh, it's New York Times. God, I hate it. I hate it. One of those websites. You have to create an account or pay for it or something. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Stefan Pildes, president of the nonprofit that runs SantaCon, was charged with 1 count of wire fraud. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison. So 1 count of wire fraud. Now, I don't know how big this wire fraud is. Worth mentioning, Robert Morris, the turbo pastor who found guilty of molesting a 12-year-old girl numerous times, only got 6 months in jail. Just something worth throwing out there. It's interesting how the system works sometimes. Lead organizer of SantaCon, New York City, an annual Christmas-themed bar crawl, so it is Santa Claus adjacent, is both beloved and reviled, took more than half of the nearly $3 million the event raised for charity over 5 years, federal prosecutors said on Wednesday. Wait, what? That's a lot of money to be raising. I've never heard of it. The organizer, Stefan, used his position as the president of the nonprofit to illegally divert the money into a separate company to finance personal ventures and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on extensive renovations to a lakefront property in New Jersey, luxurious vacations in Hawaii, Las Vegas, Vail, extravagant meals, and a luxury vehicle. Stefan promoted SantaCon as an event grounded in charitable giving, but instead of donating the millions of dollars he raised, he ran his own con game. The charitable, non-political, nonsensical Santa Claus convention that happens once a year to fund art and spread absurdist joy. It was described by the New York Times in December 2025 as magical, pointless, playful, obnoxious, creative, and confusing. And it was all a lie. He was stealing it.